I'm Bob Cleary, and I broadcast Red Raider football for over 40 years as the voice of the Red Raiders. This year, we're glad that Red Raider football is back in Bamberg on WBSC-LP 102.3. And now, let's take you to the field and Trent Kiner.
And thank you, Mr. Bob Cleary. We are live here from Leon Maxwell Stadium in Bamberg, South Carolina, getting ready for what is set to be a grand old rivalry. What do you think about it, Ant?
That's right. It's going to be a good game tonight. The Raiders are all pumped up, and I believe Barnwell's all pumped up too. So.
And I'm telling you, folks, if you're just joining in for the first time with us tonight, you need to know Bamberg and Barnwell is a rivalry that goes back to 1964. It's not new. It's been around for quite some time. Fans will tell you that when this game comes along and they see it on the calendar, it's one they mark down and one that they want to win each and every week. I had a chance to catch up with Coach Dwayne Garrett earlier today. As you well know, Coach Garrett coached at Barnwell way back in the day. Left there, went to Willis-Elko, was very successful to 2 state championship games, and now he has come back to Barnwell after being at River Bluff for several years. That's a new school up in the Lexington area, South Carolina, and he's come back home to Barnwell. And I had a chance to catch up with him prior to the game. Mr. Bob, if you got that, let's hear what he had to say.
Out here pregame with Dwayne Garrett, head coach of the Barnwell Warhorses. Coach Garrett, how you doing tonight?
Doing great.
You guys started week 1. What's your record now?
1-1.
1-1. Week 1, you won last week. Tough one against Willis-Elko. Tell us a little bit what happened there.
You had the ball inside the red zone probably 3 or 4 times. Came away with no points. Had a tough time containing Chisholm. Real good back they got over there. Outside of that, we played fairly well. We just we got to learn how to finish in the red zone and put some points on the board.
Last 20 years, rather, with BambergRedRaiders, it's 10 wins, 10 losses, both teams. It's a pretty exciting rivalry. Coming back to Barnwell, what does this rivalry mean to you as a head coach?
Well, you know, being here a long time ago as well, when Coach Reitenberg was here, I know how much football means to this crowd and to this community, and it's the same way over there in Barnwell. So it's just exciting to play against good competition. And, it's exciting to play against these small town football towns that are so close together. They got a lot of pride in what they do.
All right, Coach Garrett, thanks a lot and good luck tonight.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, Coach Garrett, the head coach at the Barnwell High School Warhorses. I talked to Coach Garrett a little more after that, and he said, his wife is here from Bamberg. She's from the Colston community. She was a Kirkland, and he's got a lot of ties to Bamberg. His father, if you remember, Gene Kirkland. Gene, right? That's father-in-law, Gene Kirkland out at the G&G Milling. So he's got a lot of family ties here to Bamberg, and Bamberg's always been a special place to him. So pretty exciting. And if you recall, I think I said it yesterday on the coach's show, when I left Bamberg, went to Andrew Jackson Academy, Dwayne Garrett, was our coach back then. He had just got out of college and started his coaching career, and he started at Andrew Jackson Academy here in Bamberg. So a lot of family ties and a lot of love and respect for the people of Bamberg. We discussed about tonight what he thought. He was pretty forthright and said Bamberg's a little better than we are right now, Anthony. He said that, probably a little faster, a little stronger, but we're going to give them everything they got, and you got to believe that they will. Rival games are funny. You could be 0-8, 0-9 going into a big rival game, but your kids are going to get fired up wanting to beat the best, and that's what Bamberg's been the last 3 or 4 or 5 years.
That's what usually even up, 0-0.
That's what I'm saying. So I think that you're going to see a well-played game tonight. I mean, it may get out of hand later on, but you'll see a well-played game. You'll see Barnwell give all they got, and we'll see all Bamberg's got to give, I can tell you that. Looking around the crowd tonight, Anthony, this is one heck of a crowd here for the first game of the season at home. Looking around, there's probably not a seat left in the bleachers. And looking down the sidelines over there, looks like they are pretty loaded up, 5 deep over there.
Right. It's in out back. A lot of people tailgating. I'd like to say shout out to Dollar. He can say he's giving away free blue crabs and shrimp. So if you're out there,
wow,
to the stadium, go out there and get something to eat before you come in the game.
That's pretty impressive. Yeah, we're looking out in the field right now at our officials. Our referee tonight is Danny Calder. Umpire is going to be Mark Sizik. Line judge, Chantel Bland. Lineman is going to be Dan Boot. And back judge is Ryan Lathon. Well, prior to the game today, Anthony, I got a chance to catch up with head coach Butch Crosby. Butch had a few things to tell us about tonight. And Mr. Bob, if you got it back at the station, let's hear what Coach Crosby had to say.
All right, now pregame with Coach Butch Crosby, head coach of your Red Raiders. Coach, how you doing this evening?
Doing pretty good.
Great weather, a little warm, sunny, beautiful out here right now. It's perfect football weather for a rivalry. What are you thinking about tonight's game?
I just think, it's a great night out here tonight. The rains are going to hold off, so we're going to get it in. I just feel pretty good about our guys. We had a week off. Just ready for them to get out here and go back to playing. We got to finish this thing up by taking one game at a time. And this is the next game. We're just going to see how they can handle us.
I know you sometimes say that rivalries, they're just another game, but does the Barnwell-Bamberg rivalry mean something special to you as far as there's those games where you can remember being a player back in the day? It's just something about them that makes you want to win.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Just playing here in Bamberg. I just remember times when, we played them over in Barnwell. I think we beat them twice that year for the first time ever. So, anytime you get to go back and you're playing old foes like you're playing, we're going to end up being in the same region again next year. So, that makes it even greater, just being out here in this atmosphere with them.
Yep, Coach. Good luck tonight. Can't wait to start calling the game. I know it's going to be a fun one.
I appreciate it.
That was head coach Butch Crosby of the Bamberg Red Raiders. Again, he and I spoke a little bit afterwards. He was really excited about this game tonight. He said that it's one of those games that could be considered a trap game. He said that, you get lulled into the sense of security because you look back at Williston and Bamberg playing early in the year, 46-12, 14, whatever it may have been, and I apologize. But then you look at Barnwell playing Williston last week on a Thursday night and getting beat 28-0. So if you look at the contrast of those two games, that's where sometimes you can get lulled in a trap, he said, and it can burn you up. Here we go right now. We're out at the midfield for the coin toss. Captains for the Red Raiders, number 6, Cal Gagem. That's number 50. That is, not 50, excuse me, 60, Drew Wilson. And also number 1, Garris Swarding. Cannot see the Barnwell numbers right yet, but I'll get them for you.
8.
That's number 8, Arkeem Jacobs.
Number 4.
Number 4, that'll be Pete Elmore.
And number 53.
And number 53. And on the roster here for 53, we have little Timmy Burdett. So that's who the captains are right now, waiting to see what the coin toss is going to do, if the Red Raiders will take the ball first or if we'll be kicking off. Again, folks, very excited to be here with you tonight. Let's thank our sponsors. And Anthony, if you'll watch that for me and let me know. Thank our sponsors tonight. That is Vaughn Electronics, Chandler Law Firm, Little Howie's Big Chick, Advertiser Herald Newspaper, Fry's Drive-In, Pinson Insurance Agency, Bamberg Family Practice, the Bamberg Board of Public Works, Richard Kemp, the Farm Bureau. Keep Bamberg County beautiful. And we'll get back to them in a moment. We're getting a coin toss for you now, folks. It looks as though, yep, it does. Bamberg Earhart is going to kick off to start the game. The Warhorses will receive, and that's where we're at. And we're about 4 minutes and 52 seconds away from kickoff. Wilson and Luganville Law Firm, Eddie Sanders Hires Drugs, Ness and Jet LLC, Bo Griffin, Home Federal Savings and Loan, Nancy Foster at Foster & Company, Sweets Discount Tire and Auto Repair, Carolina Southern Alliance. But right now, the Warhorses are in the end zone. If you're looking at your radio dial or if you're looking at your computer, they're on the right-hand side. Red Raiders coming out, of course, in their traditional left-hand side by the scoreboard. The fans look like they're ready, Anthony. The teams look like they're getting ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Ready for some Red Raider football.
Here come the Raiders walking out, and of course they'll do their traditional walk from the right-hand side all the way down in front of the home stands, and the fans will get excited here as you'll hear them getting louder and louder as they get toward them. Warhorses break through their banner. Not much excitement, just kind of one kid, he about fell, but he got back on his feet there. He got excited, didn't he? But the rest of them just kind of miranded over to the sideline, so that was pretty good. Red Raiders, here they come. Down the sideline, getting in a little jog there is Coach Crosby leading the way, along with his brother Corey Crosby, and that is Corey Bamberg, resource officer. He's got him out there leading the way. Great job.
Security, got security back.
I'll tell you what, that week off, Anthony, did me in. I'm ready for some football.
I'm ready for some Red Raider football.
Yep, last weekend I had the opportunity to ride down to Andrew Jackson Academy and watch the Confederate. They beat I can't remember the name of the school right now. Can you? My mind went bloop.
Yeah,
anyway, they won last week, and a pretty impressive team. Only got 11 players, Anthony, and they played a team with 43 and still won. That's pretty good, you know.
That's good. That's great.
So I hope both Bamberg County schools success tonight, and also Denmark-Ola. I'm not sure they're playing. I don't have the list in front of me right now, but I'll get it before we get done tonight. All right, Red Raiders now getting ready to break out the banner. They got one big Raider family. In the middle, it's cut out, and you can see your Red Raiders. Now, that's a sight to behold. And the banner falls apart before we break through it, but that don't matter. We want everybody to see us. The band getting ready. Fans getting ready, and I think they're going to break through here in just a moment. Dragging out front, waving the Bamberg Earhart flag around. Cheerleaders lined all the way up and down in the night special. They got the young cheerleaders out, Anthony, that went to cheerleader camp this year. They are able to come out, wear the T-shirts, and get excited. All right, I hope you're ready, folks, because here they come, your Bamberg Earhart Red Raiders now coming on the field. And you can hear the crowd, a lot of excitement here in Bamberg at Leon Maxwell Stadium.
Yeah, we like to give a shout out to all the people who from Richard Carroll tonight. Those who don't know, tonight is Richard Carroll night. So we got a lot of Richard Carroll alumnus here tonight.
That is right, Anthony, and thank you for that. If you didn't know, Richard Carroll used to be in our schools, Anthony. It was the blue school and the white school, we called it, but it was the junior high and also our middle school back in the day. All right, Red Raiders looking like they are ready. Barnwell is absolutely ready. They're already on the field, and here come the Red Raiders getting ready to kick off. Getting set to kick for the Raiders will be number
26, Desmond Johnson.
Desmond Johnson, number 26. Been kicking off pretty good thus far this year. Let's hope tonight is the same. If you're just joining us, we'd like to thank our sponsor, a couple of them while we wait. Pinson Insurance Agency, Bamberg Family Practice, Richard Kemp at Farm Bureau, Eddie Sanders at Hires Drugs, Nesson Jet LLC, and Southern Carolina Alliance. All right, officials are out. They got their hand up. He has dropped it, and they are ready to kick off, and we're ready to get Game 3 underway. Your Red Raiders 2-0 thus far on the season. And here's the kick. It goes down to about the 20, make that 18-yard line, picks it up, and he goes up the middle to the 30. Still on his feet, finally brought down at the 31. It wasn't that he went real far, but he was hard to bring down, wasn't he, Anthony?
That's right. On making that stop was number 17.
That's going to be big Dejan Bamberg for the Red Raiders. All right, Barnwell Warhorses now getting set to take over. First possession offense. We got about 11:54 remaining here in the first quarter. I tell you what, you can feel the electricity in the air tonight, Anthony, with these fans. They are ready and hungry for some Red Raider home football. All right, shotgun formation. They got 2 to the right, 2 to the left, 1 back in the backfield. Man goes in motion, but I believe can't do that. May have had 2 in motion here. Let's see, he's counting. He may have had too many people on the field. And I think he does. Yep. Illegal participation, too many players on the field, and that'll be against the Warhorses.
We're playing 12-man football.
Yep, 12-man football. Man, we went from 8-man, 11-man, now they're up to 12-man. So we are marching right on back to start the game. Put them back 5 yards. Well, they'll now start at the 25-yard line. Waiting on the Warhorses to come out of the huddle. They do. 1 to the right, 1 to the left. 1 back in the backfield. 2 tight. There's the snap. Give up the middle to number 3. 3 gets across the 30. Finally brought down, looks like at the 35-yard line. A pickup of 10 yards, but don't forget, 5-yard penalty still puts them at 2nd and 5. Running the ball there for Barnwell was Mikael Lee, number 3. Red Raiders in on the stop. Looked like that was again number 17, Dejan Bamberg. Playing a big job and doing a great job over there at left end. All right, same formation. Got 2 to the right. I tell you what, it's going to be a wing back. 1 to the right, 1 to the left wing. You got a shotgun and 1 running back in the backfield. Takes a snap. Give up the middle. And he's going to be met by a host of Raiders. Leading that off is going to be number 3. That was Nicholas Hughes in on the stop. And who was with him there, Anthony?
I believe that's number 8.
That's number 8. That's Kenneth McMillan. And I also thought I saw number 11, Jack McDonald. So that brings up 3rd and 5. No gain on the play. Still at about 10:55 left here in the first quarter. No score if you're just joining us. Red Raiders kicked off first to the Warhorses, where they brought the ball back up to around the 25-yard line. Lost 5, picked up about 15, and now it's 3rd and 5 after not gaining anything on 2nd down. Same formation, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Give is faked. Quarterback rolls to his right, throws, has a man open. Ball hits him in the hand, goes straight in the air and incomplete. Ball was intended for number 29, Cordarius Frazier.
back defending that was number 28,
DeAndre Ori. We've called his name a bunch in the first 2 games thus far this season. All right, Barnwell getting ready to punt. 2 back for the Red Raiders. And, of course, that's going to be number 2, Jamari Dunbar, along with number 4, Keyshawn Orr. Now, we need to find out what's going on because usually Savalas Can's back there. So we need to get our sideline man to run down and see make sure he's all right for tonight's game. I see him down there. There's the kick. It's going to be fielded by Orr, maybe. He won't be able to get it, but it's going to go out of bounds right on the 35-yard line where the Red Raiders will take over for their first possession of the night at 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Well, I'll tell you what, Anthony, the MO for the Barnwell Warhorse defense is they're having trouble stopping the run.
Right.
That's not a good thing when you're playing the Bamberg Red Raiders. When we run the ball, and run it some more.
Run it till you stop.
All right, this is unusual. You got Keyshawn Orr in the backfield. Quarterback's going to be number 14, Hunter Etheridge. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. See what he can do here, folks. All right, takes a snap. Give. Orr up the middle. He's going to gain about 5 on the carry. Stopped initially for a 1-yard gain, and he kept his feet moving and got 4 more for a 5-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 5 for your Red Raiders. In on the tackle for the Warhorses looks like
number 31.
Yep.
Myrick.
Yep. Cameron Myrick. I think old Rodney Hare's son's on the Barnwell team, too, by the way.
56.
He's a Bamberg guy. Will Hare, number 56. All right, same formation. 2 to the right, 2 to the left, shotgun formation. 1 back in the backfield. This time it's give to Dunbar. Dunbar up the middle. He's got enough for a first down and a couple more. Gain of about 7 on the play. Puts the ball at the 47-yard line where the Red Raiders will have their first down of the night. And that first down is brought to you by Nancy Foster & Company. All right, 1st and 10, time on the clock, 9:45. Red Raiders, first down. 2 to the right, 2 to the left, 1 back in the backfield, shotgun formation. There's the snap. Looks over the middle for the pass. He has a man open. Oh, and just overthrows him. DeAndre Ori. Ori looked like he may have ran a bad route there. I'm not sure, but he was looking around, and the ball was thrown a little deep for him. And just over his head, but Ori unable to get his bearings and get the catch, but he'll get there. He was open. I mean, it was a little bit overthrown. All right, brings up 2nd and 10. Kind of surprised the Red Raiders threw the ball there with so much success on 1st and 2nd down before.
They got single coverage on all the receivers.
Single coverage, that's going to be trouble. Don't even have a safety in the back. All right, there's the snap. Fakes to give up the middle, does Etheridge. Etheridge tries to go over to the left side, and he's going nowhere. Tell you what, looks like we may be seeing, if we don't get a first down here, this has been a theme for the Red Raiders thus far this year. Starting slow and finishing strong. So hopefully tonight we can get a touchdown this first drive, or at least keep the ball a little more than we have in the first 2 games. All right, brings up 3rd and about 13 for the Red Raiders. Dunbar in the backfield along with Etheridge. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Shotgun formation again. In the spread. Takes a snap. He looks. Has a man wide open. Doesn't see him. Pulls it back down. Has rushing on the left and the right. And there's a tackle by number 53. That is going to be little Timmy Burnett in on the sack for the Warhorses. And that's going to be way back. Brings up 4th and about 20, I'd say. Right at 20, wouldn't you? A little more. A little less, about 19. We'll call it 4th and 19 for the Red Raiders. Not the way we wanted to start, but it's kind of been a theme, again, thus far this year. Come out slow, finish strong. So let's hope that continues tonight. All right, Red Raiders. See what we're doing here. I don't know if we're punting or what we're doing, folks. I don't see a punter in, and Bunch was not in.
37 is going to punt.
Yep, that's going to be
Blaze Bunch.
Bunch wasn't in, and I don't think Coach is happy about it. We knew it was 4th down. Wanted him to come in. He didn't come in, so the Red Raiders have to waste a timeout early here in the first quarter. With 8:09 remaining, the score, Bamberg-Gerhardt, 0. Barnwell Warhorses, 0. Chris Jennings and all the employees who serve you at Little Howie's Big Chick hopes that you are enjoying tonight's contest. Little Howie's, also known to many in our area as the Big Chick, has burgers, fried chicken, and seafood. And you can eat in or carry out. That's Little Howie's Burgers and Chick, 2234 Main Highway, which is Highway 301 North in Bamberg. All right, Anthony, we're back. Red Raiders now set to punt. Bunch in the game. And he's about 12 to 15 yards back, looking to punt. Back to receive for the Warhorses is going to be number 8. That is Arkeem Jacobs. Bunch awaits the snap. There's the snap. A little high. Pressure brought. He gets the kickoff. Ball bounces, started about the 35. Rolling for the Red Raiders. Down to the 23-yard line, we'll call it. Brings up 1st and 10 for the Warhorses at their own 23-yard line. Again, for the Red Raiders, slow start. I don't know what to make of it yet, but we'll find out as we move along. And they actually marked it back up at the 24-yard line. But it's been a slow start all season long early. And I asked Coach in a interview, I think it was, when we were at Fry's Drive-In for the coaches show, which we have every Thursday at 1 o'clock. You can join us, and we also come live on the air at 1:30, and we'll get to that in just a moment. Barnwell Warhorses is now set. Got 2 to the left, 1 to the top. Quarterback ready to take the snap. Somebody moved early there, didn't get a flag, and he throws it out to the right. Be brought down immediately. Looks like he's going to lose a yard, maybe 2 on the play. We'll give him a yard loss.
Making the tackle for Bamberg was number 28, DeAndre Ori.
DeAndre Ori in on the tackle, brings up 2nd and 11. But anyway, Coach Crosby said he wasn't sure what to think about the early starts for the Red Raiders, what's taking them so long to get going. So he was hoping tonight be a little different. It may. I mean, one possession, doesn't make a ball game. We're still good on defense, and we'll still get this win here, hopefully. All right. Same formation. Quarterback in the shotgun, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. It's going to be a little flare out the backfield. He's going to slip down, and he's going to lose yardage. Falls down at around the 19.5-yard line, where to bring up 3rd down and about, we'll call it 14 yards.
About 14.
Yep, 3rd and about 14, 13 yards for the Warhorses. Coming into the game as well, Anthony, speaking to some friends and fans that have been to watch Barnwell, said that offensively, they're having a lot of trouble getting going early or any. And it's kind of been the tone set thus far tonight. Not any big plays. I mean, a yard or 2 here and there, but nothing big for the Warhorses. All right, this time they're going to have 2 to the right again, 1 to the left. Quarterback and shotgun, running back on his left side. Man goes in motion. That's number 5, Jesse Brown. Quarterback takes a snap, looks a screen up the middle. He's got him across. Caught by the tight end. That is going to be number 86. That is Kevin Thomas. Kevin Thomas is going to be brought down around the 26-yard line and to bring up 3rd down and about 8. And it looks like the Warhorses are going to punt it away. Punting for the Warhorses tonight is number 2, Nathaniel Toole. And back this time to receive for the Red Raiders again is going to be number 2, Jamari Dunbar, and number 4, Keyshawn Orr. Last punt went about 34 yards. Let's see how he does this time. There's the snap. The kick is up, and that's a beauty there, I tell you what. Backs him all the way up to the 30. And Orr touches it, still hadn't picked it up, and he's down back to the 15-yard line. He tried to field it like Willie Mays over the back shoulder there, Anthony. Unable to get it, but I think he touched it. He thought he touched it. He ran it all the way back to the 15 before he could pounce on it. And that's where the Red Raiders will start this drive, deep in their own territory. At about they're going to mark it actually at the 16-yard line. Brings up 1st and 10, Red Raiders. 5:52 still left here in the first quarter. All right, Red Raiders this time, shotgun formation. 2 running backs in the backfield, 1 receiver down at the bottom. I think that is Garrett Swarding.
That's right, that's number 1, Garrett Swarding.
There's a snap. Give up the middle, number 2, Dunbar. Dunbar is going to try to get outside. He's going not much, but about, I'd give him, 3 yards on the carry, maybe 4?
He got to the 20, about 4.
He'll mark him right at the 20, so it's about a 4-yard gain for Jamari Dunbar. Brings up 2nd and 6. Red Raiders at the 20-yard line. Etheridge calling out signals. 2 running backs in the backfield, 1 to the right. Garrett Swarding, same formation. Again, gives it off the right side to Dunbar. Dunbar breaks outside, and he had running room for just a moment. He's going to be close to the Red Raider 1st down up at around the 26-yard line. We'll see where they mark it, folks, but it looks like it's another. And it is. They're going to mark it actually up at about the 27-yard line. And that is another Red Raider 1st down brought to you by Pinson Insurance Agency in Bamberg. Red Raiders doing what they do best, Anthony, back in the hurry-up offense. Here we go. 1 to the right, same formation. Dunbar in the backfield. Give to Orr over the right side. He breaks across the seam. Almost broke it. 1 man brought him down at around the 31-yard line.
Making tackles number 8 along with number 44 for Barnwell.
That's number 8, Arkeem Jacobs, and number 44.
Javante Ross.
Yep, Javante Ross. So here we go. Red Raiders have 2nd, and we're going to call it again about 7 yards. 2nd and 7. Same formation. Raiders take the snap. Up, cross buck, gives it to Dunbar. Dunbar breaks the outside. 40, 45, finally steps out of bounds. I think they're going to say step back a little shy of the 45, marking it at the 43-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders, and that first down brought to you by Bamberg Family Practice. I tell you, Anthony, if he could have stayed in bounds, he may have broke one right there.
6 points.
Could have been 6 quick for the Red Raiders. All right, hurry up offense. Ball is set. Red Raiders ready to go. Quarterback takes a snap. Here's the give to over to the left side. Orr has running room. Picks up about, we'll call it 6 again on the play. Brings up 2nd and 4 at around the 49-yard line. Red Raiders back in his hurry-up offense, and I tell you what, I think it's putting a toll on Barnwell, unable to substitute in and out.
That's right.
All right, here's the snap. Fakes to give, gives it to the left side, this time to Orr. Over to the left side, he's got running room and still on his feet. 40, 35, going to be finally brought down about the 34-yard line. And that is the kind of run that you expect from a Red Raider running back.
That's vintage Red Raider football.
Yep. Tell you what, he's really got it going. And we are back at the line, folks, so stay with us. We'll be talking fast and going fast because Red Raider offense moving fast. Barnwell's still walking everywhere. Don't know where to get. There's a snap. Gives it this time to Dunbar over the right side. Dunbar on his feet. He's going to be brought down right after about a 2-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 8. Red Raiders really on this hurry-up offense tonight on this second drive. And Barnwell, I don't know how they made a tackle there. Everybody was standing around, walking around, looking for somewhere to go, but it wasn't where they needed to. And then the guy shot out over the left side out of nowhere and got Dunbar for a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8. Quarterback looks over. Etheridge looks over. Takes a snap. Back to throw. Looks for Swarting in the right side corner of the end zone and just out of his reach. Should have been 6 there, but a little bit thrown out of bounds. And Swarting unable to get there. Good coverage on the play. That was by number
8.
Number 8, or is that number 2?
That's number 8.
That's number 8 for Barnwell, Arkeem Jacobs. So great job of coverage there by Jacobs for the Warhorses. All right, now we're back in 3rd and 8 for the Raiders.
Number 8 going to have a long night.
Got a new receiver out there. There's a snap. Fakes the give to the right. Back to the left to Dunbar. Dunbar over the left side, and he's going to be close to the first down, but going to be a little shy.
About a couple of yards shy.
I'm going to say a yard, maybe 2. And I think you're right, Anthony. I think it's going to be about a yard and a half, 2 yards shy. Red Raiders already back up at the line of scrimmage, ready to go again. The only thing holding them up is the referee not getting away from the football. Here we go. Red Raiders going for it on 4th and 2. Etheridge in shotgun. Takes the snap. There's the give over to the right side. That's Dunbar, and he's going to have enough for a Red Raider first down at about the 23-yard line. Barn was pointing that the ball came out, but I don't see it.
I think got a bad spot.
Got a terrible spot, number 1. Number 2, Barn was pointing like they had the football. And the ref, the white hat, says that's a Red Raider first down, and that Red Raider first down brought to you by Nesson Jet, LLC. All right, Red Raiders again. Shotgun formation, already at the line of scrimmage. Dunbar over in the backfield. Can down at your right on the bottom. Etheridge takes the snap, gives it over the right side this time to Dunbar, and he's not going anywhere. Brought down by a host of Warhorses. See number 53 in on the play. That's Timmy Burdett, along with number 77. That's Marcus McKeithen. And also number 6, that is going to be Anton Buxton. All right, Red Raiders again. Back at the line of scrimmage, ready to go. Etheridge in shotgun formation. Takes the snap. Gives it this time to the left side to Orr. Orr moves forward.
So a little over about the 20.
About a 2, maybe 3-yard gain. We'll give him 3 on the play. Still's going to bring up 3rd and about 6 for the Red Raiders. Time on the clock, 1 minute and 36 seconds. Tell you, the Red Raiders are really going fast pace here. It's chipping away, nothing big yet, but it's going to break sooner or later because the Warhorses are going to be tired, no doubt about it. All right, 1 to the right, shotgun formation, 2 backs to the backfield. The ball's on the ground. Etheridge picks it up, and he gets smashed at about the 25-yard line. So I'm not sure that, I think that was Dunbar. I'm not sure he thought it was going to him. I think he may have thought it was going to Keyshawn Orr.
Number 4, Keyshawn Orr.
All right. So
slight mix-up in that, but
That's big for the Red Raiders. Brings up 4th and 11 in no man's land at about the 25-yard line.
We got Barnwell sucking there already.
And I knew that was going to happen. We've been talking about it all year early on. It's a humid night out here, folks. If you hadn't been outside, it's very humid. And Red Raiders going at a fast pace, going to be trouble for the Warhorses. This time we got 2 to the left, 2 receivers to the left. Shotgun formation. I think that's Keyshawn Orr next to the quarterback in the backfield.
We got Savalas Can in the game.
All right, there's the snap. Fakes the give, rolls to his left, looks, had Can. He's got to run it. He's at the 20, 15, 10, and he's got a first down for the Red Raiders. Great job there by Hunter Etheridge. Looking to pass. Nobody was containing on the outside. Etheridge pulls it down and has got a first down for your Bamberg-Gerhardt Red Raiders. That first down was brought to you by Fry's Drive-In Restaurant here in Bamberg. All right, 1st and 10, Red Raiders. Time on the clock, 19.9 seconds. No score, first quarter if you're just joining us.
Trent, Savalas Can draws a lot of attention on him.
Oh, I tell you what, he'd run him out. If you see Can, you look at him right now. If he throws it this side, that kid, little as he is, he won't get up with Can. And they offsides against Barnwell. One of the linemen jumped, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be against Barnwell. We will see. They confer.
Offside.
Yep, encroachment on the defense. That'll push us 5 yards more toward the goal line, and that's going to place us at about the 3-yard line. 1st and goal for your Red Raiders with 19.9 remaining here in the first quarter. All right, stay with me, folks. Shotgun formation, 2 to the right. I think that's Orr in the backfield, and guess what? Another jump by the Warhorses. See if he was drawn off sides. I don't think he was. Encroachment again against the defense. So that's going to move it half the distance to the goal. We're going to be about the 1-yard line, 1.5 maybe. We may get a playoff here in a minute, folks. Stay with us. All right. We got Garrett Swart on top of your screen. Down at the bottom, Savalas Can. 1 back in the backfield. That's going to be Keyshawn Orr, and he's going to get the ball right up the middle and unable to get in. Great job there by the Warhorses to stop him. And it looks like we're going to be changing ends before we get one off here with about 9 seconds remaining. And we're waiting to see, folks. Dunbar coming back in the game. Keyshawn Orr coming out the field. And that'll do it for the first quarter. So kind of surprised, don't know about you, Anthony, but at the end of 1, the score, Bamberg-Gerhardt, nothing. Barnwell Warhorses, nothing. Yeah, that's yours. I noticed that. Play-by-play of tonight's game is being brought to you in part by Tony Bledsoe and all the folks at Fry's Drive-In Restaurant in Bamberg. Fry's is now open on Monday and Thursday nights from 5 to 7 for a pickup dinner. For more information is available by calling 803-245-4540 from 11 to 2 or 803-707-3198 anytime. That's Fry's Drive-In Restaurant, a Bamberg tradition under the red roof, Highway 301 North in Bamberg. The play-by-play broadcast of tonight's Bamberg-Gerhardt Red Raider football game on WBSC Radio is being presented in part by Dr. Danette McElhaney and the staff at the Bamberg Family Practice, 450 North Street in Bamberg. Bamberg Family Practice is open from 8 to 5 weekdays and specializes in family medicine. That's Danette McElhaney and the staff at Bamberg Family Practice, 450 North Street in Bamberg. Tonight's Red Raider football game is also being brought to you in part by Keep Bamberg County Beautiful, who wants to remind you every little bit hurts. Even seemingly insignificant items such as cigarette butts, gun wrappers, and more, for instance. Let's join together in making sure Bamberg County is clean and beautiful for visitors who pass through who might be looking for that right spot for a new or existing industry or a new place to call home. Keep Bamberg County Beautiful is a litter-free program funded by a grant made to Bamberg County. All right, folks, if you're just joining us, the score right now, Bamberg-Gerhardt Red Raiders nothing, Barnwell Warhorses nothing, but your Red Raiders are threatening with the ball down inside the 1 as we are starting the second quarter. Don't know about you, Anthony, but I'm ready to see a Red Raider touchdown.
I believe you can see one in about 30 seconds.
About 30 seconds. Let's hope you're right, big man. All right, you got Dunbar in the backfield, but also Savalas Can, number 5. First time he's been back there tonight, quarterbacking his Hunter Etheridge. And the give is to Can. He's going to bully his way up the middle, and guess what? Touchdown! I tell you what, you better call somebody if you didn't know it already, but the Red Raiders are on the scoreboard, Anthony. That's a way to start finally after that slow start. Fumble almost cost us a drive right there. Had to go for it on 4th down. The feet of Hunter Etheridge got us the first down as Savalas Can runs them out. So it's 6-0 now with 11:55 here in the second quarter. Red Raiders now getting ready for the PAT. Etheridge set to kick. Set to hold, number 1, Gareth Swarding. All right, folks, so here we go. There's a snap. A little low. Kick is up, and it is good. All right, I'll take it. 7-0 early. Your Bamberg Red Raiders strike first blood and lead 7-0 with 11:55 in the second quarter. If you need legal assistance, the Wilson & Luganville Law Firm can help with personal injury cases, workers' compensation cases, probate matters, and much more. Their slogan is, "We fight for your rights." That's Wilson & Luganville, LLC, 3056 Railroad Avenue in Bamberg and 29 Allen Street in Barnwell. Go Red Raiders. The New Hires Drugstore is now open at 12253 Heritage Highway across the road from the Buy Low Shopping Center and is your only local hometown pharmacy, owned and operated by Bamberg native Eddie Sanders. That's Hires Drugstore, 12253 Heritage Highway, which is Highway 78 West in Bamberg. Anthony, that was a pretty impressive drive by the Red Raiders. You know, a couple miscues, but not enough to keep us out of the end zone, and that's just what we needed to break this game open and to start the ball game. All right, here we go. There's the kick. Red Raiders kick it off. Ball fielded about the 18 by the Warhorses. He's going to break it up to the 30, 35. Finally going to be brought down at around the 37, 38-yard line. Brings up 1st and 10 for the Warhorses. Just what we needed to get going, a touchdown. That's what I always like to see in the first one of the season here at Leon Maxwell Stadium. Red Raiders now on defense. Got a lot of defensive backs out there, don't we? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right.
Four.
I'll tell you what, they are deep. All right, here we go. Red Raiders now set to go on defense. Warhorses now set to go on offense. First 2 drives ended with a punt. Quarterback takes a snap, fakes the give, runs on his left side, and guess where he's going? Absolutely, positively nowhere. He's going to be brought down. Looks like that was number, 26 actually, and that is Jonathan Williams. Is that Jonathan? We got to schedule him. We got a thing wrong here. Jonathan, of course, plays JV, so we're going to look back on that. But that was a Red Raider. Great job there. That could have been Desmond Johnson. Could that have been him? Because that's the other list I got here.
That kind of looked like Mervin Ford.
It might have been Merlin Ford. We'll find out for you, folks. Apologize. It's what we got. All right, here we go.
Looked like Mervin.
Second down and about 15 for the Warhorses. Quarterback and shotgun formation. 1 back, 1 wing, 2 split on each side. Throws it out with a little wheel route. Overthrows him, and that's going nowhere. Brings up 3rd and about 15 now for the Warhorses. Stops the clock with 11:06 here in the second quarter. Ball placed right at the 35-yard line of the Horses. Crowd really into it tonight. Ready for more Red Raider fun and Red Raider action here. 3rd and 15 for the Warhorses. Receiver on each side. Quarterback in the backfield. Shotgun. Takes a snap. Looks. Oh, I tell you what, a go route. And he may have got him. Ooh, just underthrew it. Barnwell, stop and go. Tried to get the long ball on the Red Raiders and almost did. That was number 20 for the Red Raiders on the coverage. That was Jadarius Wheeler. But if he would have threw that ball a little deeper, I think that would have been 6 points for the Warhorses. But instead, 4th and 15, getting ready to punt for the 3rd time tonight. There's a snap and a kick. Ball's going to bounce it around the 32-yard line. Oh, tried to get picked up, and it does. That is number 5, Savalas Can, I believe. I'll tell you in just a moment. That's Savalas Can. He picks it up at about the 25-yard line, bounces out of his hand, tries to pick it back up, loses his balance, and he's brought down at the 10-yard line. You heard me right, the 10-yard line. Nothing he could do on that one. Trying to make something out of nothing, Anthony, and got himself into a little bit of trouble, but that's all right. That's going to happen. It just makes for a longer touchdown at 90 yards.
90 yards to go.
All right, I feel the Red Raiders getting ready to break one here in a moment. Let's see.
This could take 2 plays.
All right. In at quarterback is still going to be number 14, Hunter Etheridge. In the backfield with him is number 4, Keyshawn Orr. Red Raiders have 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Bunch and Garris up top, and I can't tell who's at the bottom here. Can you? We'll get you in just a moment and tell them. All right, there's a snap. Fakes to give up the middle. We going for the deep ball quick like across the middle. Swarden with a great catch at the 20, 25. Finally brought down at around the 27.5-yard line. Brings up 1st and 10 for your Red Raiders. Now, that was a great pass across the middle. It was a little seam route, and Swarding, tell you what, sat down, caught it, and went to town. He's got a nice set of hands, don't he?
Great catch. That was a great catch.
All right, here we go again.
Garris Swarding.
To the left, to the right, 1 in the backfield. Etheridge takes the snap, gives up the middle to Orr over the right side. He's still on his feet. He's going to pick up, let's give him about 5 on the carry. We're going to give him 4, rather. Brings up 2nd and 6 for the Red Raiders. Tell you what, not a very fast-paced game thus far. The clock's going by fast, but not a bunch of scoring or anything yet. Kind of just moving right along. Same formation. Etheridge takes the snap. Fakes the give. Keeper over the right side. Old legs trying to go on the right side, and he's not going anywhere. Not much blocking on the play at all by the Red Raiders. Matter of fact, I'm not sure, but he may have lost a yard. We'll let you know in just a moment once they pick the stick back up.
About a gain and a half.
May have gained a half a yard. Brings up 3rd, and we're going to call it still 6 for the Red Raiders. Bottom of the screen down here, we've got, is that a Gagem?
Yeah, that's
Kyle.
Number 6.
It's Kyle Gagem, looks like a Cole.
Number 9.
Number 9, I can't tell.
Cole.
And
Number 6 is Cal.
Cal, okay, here we go. There's a snap. Etheridge looking to go deep, looking for Swarding. He's got him wide open. Oh, just overthrew him. Red Raider fans want a flag, but I don't think there's one to be had there. Kind of got turned around on the throw and unable to make the catch. Brings up 4th down.
I believe he had a little help right there.
I think the feet got tangled up, but I don't think he got slung down on purpose on that one, I'll have to say. All right. 4th down, Red Raiders looking to punt. 9-10 remaining here in the first half. 2nd quarter. Back to punt for the Raiders. Is that Bunch or is that... Who is that back to punt for the Raiders? Bunch. All right, Blaze Bunch to punt. Nice punt. Gets it around the 26-yard line. Picks it up, tries to go out. Can go nowhere. And finally brought down around the 31-yard line.
WBSC-LP Bamberg.
All right, folks. That's our legal obligation to the FCC at the top of the hour, and we made it happen. How about that, Anthony?
That's right.
All right.
Every Friday night.
Every Friday night. We're going to do it at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 if we have to, depending on how long we go.
Let's keep the lights on.
That's it. 36-yard line. Red Raiders will start. The Warhorses will start 1st and 10. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout. Coach Garrett not happy for the Warhorses. Not sure why, but giving his displeasure there to the White Hat as it's a Barnwell timeout. It's time for Red Raider football, and Richard Ness, Norma Jett, Allison Dennis Hood, Adam Ness at the Ness and Jett Law Firm located on 2878 Main Highway in Bamberg are happy to be broadcasting sponsors for all regular season games here on WBSC. Ness and Jett, your hometown law firm, once again is continuing the tradition of supporting local sports. The entire staff at the Ness and Jett Law Firm is there to serve you in all your legal matters. That's Ness and Jett Law Firm in Bamberg. Still time out, folks, so bear with us. We'll get back to the action in just a moment. We want to give a big shout out to Nancy Foster and her staff at Foster & Company, located on 3127 Main Highway in the heart of historic Bamberg. They offer real estate services in the area of home sales, rental properties, and property management throughout Bamberg County. We're sure Nancy's in the stands tonight and cheering on her Red Raiders and her favorite Red Raider, Blaze Bunch. WBSC salutes Nancy Foster at Foster & Company for being a sponsor of Red Raider Athletics. 30-0. All right, we'll get that in just a moment. Ball's finally going to be snapped, and he's going to be a quarterback keeper on the left side. He's at the 40, 41, 42, 43, and finally brought down at around the 44-yard line. So a good play there for the Warhorses. Probably their second time tonight that they've gained any yards.
Right.
Just got a score in from the Andrew Jackson game. Andrew Jackson versus St. Paul, I think it is, in Hardyville, and the score is 40-0 early in the first quarter. Wasn't it 40-0? 30-0. Okay, I apologize. 30-0 early in the first quarter. All right, 2nd and 4 for the Warhorses. 2 to the bottom, 2 backs in the backfield. Quarterback takes a snap, gives it over the right side. He stumbles, about fell, and he's going probably absolutely nowhere. 42-yard line, he's going to be brought down for a loss of 2.
By number 17, Dejon Bamberg.
That brings up 3rd and 5 for the Warhorses. Tell you what, for a rival game, there's not a lot of enthusiasm by the Warhorses and not much out of Bamberg quite yet. All right, still waiting on a play here, folks. Barnwell's had the ball 3 times tonight. All 3 times have ended in a punt. And if they don't get a first down here, they'll have their 4th. But let's see what the Red Raiders can do on defense. 2 to the left, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. 1 back in the backfield, takes a snap, throws, incomplete, trying to go to number 10. That's Kashawn Jenkins, right through his hands, incomplete. So it looks like the Warhorses again, for the 4th time tonight, on 4 straight possessions, will be punting it to the Red Raiders. Back deep return for the Red Raiders is number 5. That's going to be Savalas Kane, and also number 4, Keyshawn Orr. I tell you what, I'd love to see Dunbar get a chance, and hopefully will before tonight's over, and bring another one back to the house. First 2 games, if you recall, he's got a touchdown, punt return touchdown in both games. There's the snap.
Let's go ahead.
There's the kick. No, it's going to be too shallow, I believe. Don't hit you in the back there, Red Raider. Move out of the way. And he's going to pick it up. Don't know who that was, but that wasn't smart at all. I don't know what DeAndre was thinking. And I want to keep watching that to see if Coach says something to him. Ball's going to be placed at about the 37-yard line, where it brings up 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders. I don't know if he should have got that ball, and I think that Gaines Presley's son is Coach Chris Presley, a Bamberg great back in his day. And he's fussing with him a little bit there. You'll see him telling him, get away from that ball next time. Don't touch it. But that's a young mistake, just like Coach talked about yesterday. It's going to happen, and it's not a bad play. It's just something you got to learn and move forward, and that's why I say he shouldn't feel bad. He'll get there. All right.
He'll be all right.
Yep. Red Raiders, 1 to the top, 2 to the bottom. We got Jamari Dunbar in the backfield, and they're going to move again, knock the center down. I think that was the center. Maybe not. Or was that Wilson? Drew? Who was that?
I believe that was Drew, number 60.
Yep, so he gets knocked down as he jumps offside. Encroachment on the defense again, 5 yards, brings up 2nd and 5 for your Red Raiders. Ball placed at the 42-yard line.
That's not 5 yards.
I don't think it was either. That's what I was sitting there wondering. 7:24 remaining here in the second quarter. Your Red Raiders lead 7-0, and he's going to move again. Come on, guy. I've never figured that out, and even as a player playing some defensive line, back in the day, and even as a coach, a kid, you're half a yard away from the football, okay? Watch the snap of the football. It's not like you're standing 35 yards away. You're right on top of it. When the ball moves, you move. I mean, that's all he's got to think and do, but unfortunately didn't, and that's a first down for the Red Raiders without even trying, basically.
Without even snapping the ball.
All right, haven't used it yet. All right, folks, trying to read something here as we get along, and I'll get it. There's a snap. Give it the middle to Orr. Orr kicks it to the left side. No, take that back. That's Dunbar. Dunbar trying to get away, and does. Tell you what, that was a heck of a run to pick up about 6 yards. He made something out of nothing. It got stopped at the line of scrimmage and kept his legs moving, and what a great run there by Jamari Dunbar. All right, Red Raiders shotgun formation still. Etheridge waiting on the snap, gets it to Orr. Wait a minute, we got flags, and the play is stopped. It's going to be against the Red Raiders.
Flags everywhere.
It's got to be movement up front. Nope, take that back. It's on Barnwell. So encroachment again against the Warhorses, and that may be about the 5th or 6th time tonight that we have seen that.
We'll take all they can give.
Hey, 5 yards free is 5 yards free is the way I look at it. And that's going to put us close to a first down and actually gives us a first down as the ball is going to be placed at about the 44-yard line, 1st and 10, your Red Raiders. That first down is being brought to you by Chandler Law Firm. All right, shotgun formation, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Back in the backfield's Orr, and he gives up the middle. Takes to the outside, he's got room. He's at the 35, 30, 25, 20, 10. Finally going to be brought down either right on the 10 or at the 9. They're going to give him right at the 10-yard line where the Red Raiders will have a first down. Nice run there. Keyshawn Orr, you had to be expecting that because after the way he's been running the past 2 weeks, you knew it was coming.
He's been running hard all the first 2 games, running very hard.
Very hard, so you knew it was coming, and it finally did. Trying not to lull you to sleep, folks. Maybe I'll wake you up with that big holiday getting excited about the Red Raiders because we have been not doing what I thought we'd do early, but I'm proud of us, and we're going to get there. Here's Etheridge in the backfield. Takes a snap, gives it to Dunbar to the right side. He's going to gain maybe 1, 2 on the carry. Let's see where they place the ball at. Placing it at around the 7-yard line. Looks like hard
about
to tell.
2 or 3 yards. He might have got
3. May have gotten 3 on the play. 2nd and goal for the Red Raiders. Ball spotted at the 8-yard line. All right. Shotgun formation. 2 at the bottom, 1 at the top. 1 back in the backfield, and that's going to be Jamari Dunbar. Takes a snap. And now Hunter Etheridge keeps it. Let's see, 3 win 3 weeks. Yes, sir.
That's
touchdown. Right. Hunter Etheridge over the right side, quarterback keeper. And that's 3 weeks in a row, Anthony, that Etheridge has had a touchdown for the Red Raiders from about 8 yards out. So, some more points for your Red Raiders to score now. Bamberg-Ehrhardt 13. Visitors from Barnwell, nothing, with 5:22 left here in the first half. All right, here we go. Red Raiders taking a minute to get it to snap, and get the kick up and the kick down. Here we go.
Got number 14 kicking the ball, Davis Stenbridge.
Kick is up, and it is good. So, great job there by, no, that's actually Hunter Etheridge, number 14. That's a great job there by the Red Raiders, now leading 14-0 with 5:22 left here in the second quarter.
I thought that was Davis.
We want to give a big shout out to Danny Black and the staff at Southern Carolina Alliance, located at 1750 Jackson Street in Barnwell, South Carolina. Southern Carolina Alliance is an economic development partner with our Bamberg County government, as well as surrounding counties, working to bring manufacturing jobs to our area. WBSC salutes Southern Carolina Alliance for being a sponsor of Bamberg-Ehrhardt Athletics. Do you have a vehicle slow to start? Maybe the kind of tires best described as may pop? No problem. Sweets Discount Tires and Complete Auto Repair LLC offers tires, batteries, and vehicle repairs of all kinds. The owner, Koski Macmillan, is happy to be a part of tonight's Red Raider football game. The telephone number is 245-2857. That's Sweet Discount Tires and Complete Auto Repair LLC, located 2437 Main Highway, next to the Bamberg Civic Center. All right, here we go, Anthony, getting ready for the kickoff. Red Raiders up 14-0, and this looks a little more about, what I thought it should look like.
It's only just begun.
All right, here we go. Red Raiders set to kick. That's going to be number 26. 26 for the Raiders kicks it. Ball's fielded at about the 10. Brings it up to the 15, 20. He's going to be marked at about the 23-yard line. Brings up first down for the Warhorses.
Making tackle was 2-4, 32, and number 33.
Who was that kicking off? DeAndre Ori, number 28?
No, that was 26.
26, Desmond Johnson, or we don't know exactly who that is?
I believe that's Desmond Johnson.
I think that's Desmond. Okay, that's Desmond Johnson, number 26, kicking off for the Red Raiders. First and 10, ball placed at around the 22, 23-yard line, we'll call it. 5:14 remaining, 14-0, your Bamberg-Ehrhardt Red Raiders. Shotgun formation for Barnwell, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Takes a snap, quarterback keeps, rolls to his left, throws, has a man off his hands, intended to number 2, Nathaniel Toole. Broken up there by the Red Raiders, I guess that's number
6.
Number 6, Kyle Gagem. And I finally got his name down after 5
That's
weeks.
Right.
Pretty good, Gagem.
You got it, Trent.
Both of them Gagem boys are really impressive to me. I'll tell you what, they get after it now.
Very good athletes.
Yep. Coach Crosby standing down by himself at around the 42-yard line looking. Doesn't look real happy. Doesn't look sad. I think he's up happy with a 14-0 lead, but he'd like to see this thing gain and go up a little higher, I believe. All right, one to the left, one to the right. One back in the backfield. Quarterback in shotgun formation. Man goes in motion. That's number 8, Akeem Jacobs. Takes a snap and throws it. Oh, I tell you what. Almost picked off there by number 20, Jadarius Wheeler, but at the same time, he brings that ball down a little bit. Number 10, Keyshawn Jenkins, had a lot of green grass in front of him for the Warhorse. You know, I don't see anybody would have caught him, but again, overthrown, no need to worry about it.
That's right.
3rd and 10 now for the Warhorses, or is that 4th?
I believe
that's 3rd. I'm
third. Yeah,
yep, 3rd and 10 for the Warhorses. Ball still placed around the 24-yard line. 23-24. Same formation, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. 1 back in the backfield. Elmore at quarterback. Elmore takes a snap. Looks to throw and does. And I tell you what, he's finally completed one there, and that's to number 10, Keyshawn Jenkins. Close to a first down, and I think he's got enough there, Anthony.
He got it.
And that'll be the Warhorses' first down of the ball game.
Might be the second.
Second? Okay, second first down. All right, I had it marked there. I see what I did, and I do apologize, folks. But anyway, second first down of the ball game. Not bad for the Red Raiders defense with only 4:54 remaining here in the first half. Here we go. 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Shotgun formation, takes a snap, and there's the give. Left side, has room. Not a bad run there. Picks up maybe 6 on the carry. We'll call it 5 at the 39-yard line.
Stopped by number 26, number 11, Jack McDonald, 26, Desmond Johnson, along with number 3, Nicholas Hughes.
Tell you what, Anthony, it seems like everybody's going through the motions. Is it me, or is this game kind of, it's kind of dragging a little bit? I mean, even the Red Raiders are making great stops and everything, but nobody's really fired up or going, just like we're going through the motions of a football game. As a fan looking, that's what it looks like thus far.
It might be a week off, a little slow.
Maybe a little sluggish. All right, drops back to pass, has another man open. That's going to be number 10 again for the Warhorses. He's at the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, breaks it inside, 25, 20, still on his feet, and you can count that 6 points for the Warhorses. But wait a minute, it's going to be counted as a touchdown, but him holding that finger up, pointing back, is going to be a penalty, looks like, for taunting against the Warhorses. We'll see here on the extra point, but that is a touchdown pass, and you had to see that coming in the last 2 or 3. Kept lulling us up, threw it, and he scores. And that's what scares me right there. I was just talking about, looked like we're going through the motions a little bit, and now all of a sudden, what was a 14-0 lead is cut to 14-6, and it could be cut to 14-7, 14-8 here in just a moment.
Bringing it back.
I don't think they're going to bring it all the way back. I think they're going to do it on the PAT, unsportsmanlike conduct. Touchdown is good. He taunted, if you watched as he, after the touchdown, or just as he crossed the goal line, he pointed back at a Red Raider defensive back, and that's what got the call. All right. It must have been on Bamberg, was it?
No, it was on Barnwell.
Okay, they can do it. Oh, he's going to set it on the kickoff. Set it on the kickoff. Okay, I see now. All right. Point after try attempt for the Warhorses. Ball snapped. Kick is up, and it is good. I tell you what, that kid's got a leg, don't he?
Yes.
Ooh, he put that thing on the track. All right, so with 3:50 remaining here in the first half, the score now, Barnwell finally gets on the board. Your Bamberg Red Raiders lead 14-7. Bo Griffin and all the folks at Home Federal Savings and Loans hopes you're enjoying tonight's game. Home is where the heart is, and Home Federal is home to savings accounts, money market deposit accounts, certificate of deposits, home loans, home improvement loans, as well as car loans. That's Home Federal Savings and Loans Association, 2990 Main Highway in Bamberg, member FDIC, an equal opportunity lender. An old name with a lot of heritage has become new again. The new Hires Drug Store is now open at 12253 Heritage Highway, across the road from the Bilo Shopping Center, offering a complete line of sundries as well as prescription drugs. Eddie Sanders, owner and pharmacist, even offers free local delivery for folks who no longer can drive. That's Hires Drug Store, located on 12253 Heritage Highway in Bamberg, across from the Bilo. Anthony, I think we just talked about it before that play, or at least, I was saying, looks like we were going through the motions, and that's not going to cut it in a big rivalry game. And I don't know why. And maybe you hit it on the head. It may be that week off, it's trying to get back in the groove of things. But not impressed. I'm always impressed with my Red Raiders. I'm saying I'm not seeing what we saw the first two games with the going out, being on top, being on fire. It's going to come. You watch the second half, you'll see just like we saw early in the year. Second half, we'll score 35, 40 points, hopefully.
Right.
And get back in there, because I can tell you what, Coach Crosby has probably got some words to say here at halftime to get fired up, I'm sure. Because if you're the Barnwell Warhorses, you came in thinking you're about to get blown out, and you may go into the half 14-7. I tell you what, that's enough to get you fired up.
You're right.
All right.
You got the big guns back there waiting to kick.
Yeah, we got three back now this time. That's Can, Dunbar, and Orr. So there's the kick. This time it's going to be my man Dunbar getting it. He's at the 35, 30. 40, 42, 45 is where he's going to be brought down at the 44-yard line market, where the Red Raiders will take over 1st and 10 with 3:42 remaining here in the first half. Red Raiders, like I say, it is muggy out here tonight in their defense. You got to admit, it's a little bit warm. Maybe that's playing in on it. I'm not sure, but Coach Crosby will get them fired up here. All right.
It's going to be a different story.
Yep. Blaze Bunch down at the bottom. Receiver at the top along with Swarting. And who was that on the far end, if you could see?
I can't.
After the quarterback takes a snap, give up the middle again to Dunbar, and he's going absolutely nowhere, but I think we're going to get a horse collar or either a face mask. We shall see. But he loses about 2 on the carry. Face mask. Personal foul face mask against the Warhorses. So that'll mark it off. Should give the Red Raiders another first down. Let's see. The ref's going past the 50, past the 45, first down.
It's a 15-yarder.
15-yarder, right at the 41-yard line is where he's going to mark it in Barnwell territory, so that's a way to start a play. You get tackled, lose 2, and then get 15.
That's
not bad.
Good. We'll take it.
Yeah, I'll pay for that. All right. 2 backs in the backfield now with Etheridge. That's going to be number 5, Savalas Can, and number 2, Jamari Dunbar, and I bet Can gets it. What do you think? Unless we throw it. I say Can gets it.
I believe Swarton will get it.
Oh, nope. Give to Dunbar up the middle. Still on his feet. Nice run. Close to another first down as he gets to around the 32-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and about 2 for the Red Raiders. Time on the clock is 3:11. Plenty of time on this drive to get in the end zone. Second quarter. Just joining us, your Bamberg Red Raiders lead 14-7. Barnwell just got on the board about 2 minutes ago.
I think Swarton will get this one.
Him a bunch. All right, there's a snap. Nope, a give up the middle again. Dunbar takes it. First down, Red Raiders, finally brought down at around the 25-yard line. Pretty impressive here on this drive. I like how the offensive line is finally attacking the defense and moving them back. And again, if you look at Red Raider football thus far this year, and it's every year, with the conditioning program, we're going to wear a team down. Second
half, they're over.
And I think the second half, you're right. They're going to be sitting around getting stoved up. Bamberg's going to be going, let's go at it some more. And I hope that's when we pour the coals to them. But here we go. Ball placed at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10, Red Raiders. There's the give to Orr up the middle. He has running room again this time. He's to the outside, and he picks up about 6 on the carry. Maybe that's 6, I'd say. Brings up 2nd and 4 for the Raiders. Looks like somebody's calling a timeout, and it's going to be the Barnwell Warhorses. So with 2:16 remaining here in the second quarter, the score, your Bamberg Red Raiders 14, the visitors from Barnwell 7. The law firm of Wilson and Luganville has 2 locations. That is 3056 Railroad Avenue in Bamberg and 29 Allen Street in Barnwell, providing legal services in medical malpractice, tractor-trailer accidents, wrongful death cases, automobile accidents, and much more. Their slogan is, "We fight for your rights." That's Wilson and Luganville, LLC, 3056 Railroad Avenue in Bamberg and 29 Allen Street in Barnwell. Wilson and Luganville supports Red Raider sports at Bamberg Earhart. Got a halftime score. What was the halftime score?
42-0.
All right. Halftime score is the Andrew Jackson Academy is 42, and the St. Paul, the home team, nothing. So they're leading early on. Good job there by AJA. We've got some other scores here. What's some of them there for me?
We got...
I seen the HKT score. Didn't you have one up there top there? No score, I think, from that one. All right, Baptist Hill, nothing. Hunter Kiner Tyler Trojans, nothing. And they're in the second quarter. We'll try to get some more rounded up for you at halftime. Etheridge in shotgun formation. One in top, one at the bottom. Two backs in the backfield. There's the give to Dunbar over the right side. Cuts it back inside. He's got room. Finally brought down at around the 10-yard line. That'll give us another Bamberg-Ehrhardt Red Raider first down. And that first down is brought to you by Vaughn Electronics. 2 minutes and 9 seconds remaining as they move the chain. The clock has stopped. Now he's trying to wind it back up, and he does. Red Raiders can get a first down if they get inside the 1 at about the half-yard line. 1st and 10. Red Raiders now milking the clock a little bit probably as they're mulling around. Same formation, Dunbar and Orr in the backfield along with your quarterback, Hunter Etheridge. Etheridge looks over, takes the snap, gives it to Orr over the left side, or is that Dunbar? That's Orr. Orr over the left side, 5, 4, 3, and finally brought down at about the 1-yard line, and he may have a first down. 10 yards on the carry. See where they spot it. Looking back across the way, they're going to say he's just shy of the first down, maybe. They're looking. Yep, holding up 2 fingers, so 2nd and inches for first down, and their ball's placed at around the 1.5, maybe 2-yard line. 1:09 remaining here. First half. Etheridge takes the snap, gives to Dunbar. Dunbar straight up the middle, and he is in for, let's see, touchdown, Bamberg-Ehrhardt. Great job there by Dunbar, and a great job by the offensive line for the up-front push to get Barnwell in the end zone just enough for a Red Raider touchdown. So that gives us a lead now of 20-7 with 58.1 seconds remaining here in the first half. Don't forget to stay with us at halftime, folks. Fry's Drive-In each and every Thursday starting at 1 o'clock. We meet with Coach Butch Crosby, talk with him a little bit, and eat lunch. And about 1:30, we do the Coach's Show. The Coach's Show is where we sit down with Coach Crosby and ask him about the previous week's game. There's a snap, the kick, it's up, and it is good. So your Red Raiders lead 21-7 with 58.1 seconds remaining before the half. But yes, stay with us, and we'll have that part of that halftime. Part of the Coach's Show interview will be at halftime. And this week we got a special guest. We got his brother, Coach Corey Crosby, the defensive coordinator, and he did a great job filling in for head coach Butch Crosby. And we hope you'll stick around if you're listening to us on the radio. I think you'll really enjoy it. And you get a little insight of Coach Corey's thought process on how he thinks about the defense. I'll tell you what, I was really impressed with how proud he was of his brother, talking about his brother and the family issues and how it's been a blessing to stay here in Bamberg with his brother and just how much he thought about the community. I mean, I think you'd be very impressed to stay around with us and listen to that. All right, Red Raiders set to kick off. That's number 26, Desmond Johnson. Johnson at the 40. There's the kick. It is up. Fielded by the Warhorses. 40, 45, 47-yard line. And I tell you what, special teams, folks. I know if you're sitting in the stands, you're thinking the same thing I am. Come on, guys. We got to bring guys down. You start getting against teams with a little better caliber players. Nothing against Barnwell, but I'm saying a real fast jet guy. And that right there could have been trouble for our Red Raiders. Ball's going to be spotted around the 48-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Warhorses with only 52 seconds remaining. Now, if we look at that last drive, Anthony, throwing the ball was a big component. They had 2 times they could have completed it. Third time they did complete it for about a 55-yard touchdown pass. Let's see what happens here.
Going back to it again.
Yep, there we go. Outside, he completes it.
Tackle again.
45-yard line. It's going to be short of the first down by about 2 yards. And I think the Warhorses are out of timeouts, maybe. And they are. So the clock is steady clicking, 32, 31. Back to the line comes the Warhorses. Drops back to pass. Does. Swing pass over the left, and he falls down. I tell you, that's 15. Yep.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's 15 yards, folks. What happened was it was a swing pass to the left. the Barnwell kid went to get up, Bamberg kid not thinking. And see, you can't blame the kid for that. All of us watch a lot of NFL, and you play a lot of Madden. You know what I'm saying? And he probably thought, oh, goodness, he's getting back up to run. So I don't think it was intentional for the late hit. I think he just saw the kid getting back up. An instinct of playing Madden football and watching NFL made him hit him. So I think that's what it was. But nonetheless, it's going to give Barnwell great field position as they march down to the 29-yard line now with only 24.6 remaining here in the second half. Let's hope the Red Raider defense can do their job here and keep them out of the end zone because we need a 14-point lead going into the half. 21-7. There's a snap. Quick out. 25. Finally brought down at about the 20-yard line. It's going to be about 2 or 3 yards shy. And the Warhorses must have had one more timeout. And they did because I know they had called 2. Wasn't sure if they called 3, and that does it. So that will be the final timeout, I do believe, for the Warhorses this half with only 7.8 seconds remaining. Your Red Raiders lead 21-7. Now, Anthony, I tell you, the passes, it's kind of scary. Red Raiders giving up a lot of yards, not a deep passes, but they've given up the intermittent passes, the small underneath passes, and even that touchdown earlier, the only score of the game by Barnwell was not a deep pass. It was about a 10-yard route, and he turned it into about a 55, 60-yard touchdown.
On every play, both receivers were wide open.
I mean, I'm telling you. So, I mean, secondary needs to tighten it up here with 7.8 seconds remaining in the half. Been a sort of kind of exciting first half. Again, 21-7, your Red Raiders lead the Barnwell Warhorses. All right. It looks like they're going to try to attempt a field goal here, Anthony, as they're going to spot it down at around the 28-yard line. That'll be a 38-yard attempt. And what I said earlier was true. I mean, when he kicked that PAT, it went on the track. So if he can kick, he's got the leg, whether he can get it accurate or not. Let's see if the Red Raiders call a timeout. I'm sure they will. Let's see. Wait a minute. We got a flag deep back in the secondary there. Before the snap, Bamberg is getting counted. I think they don't got too many men on the field, maybe. Let's see. And they do. How in the world do you do that? So that's going to move it closer, folks. It's against the Red Raiders. Too many men on the field. Ball's now going to be spotted at the 15. The block is getting placed down at about the 23. So that's going to make it about a 33-yard field goal attempt. 32, 33 yards. We're going to call it 33 yards. And I tell you that, how do you have too many men out there after a timeout, Anthony? That's pretty tough. All right. And make sure we ask that next week. There's a snap, the hold, the kick. It's up, and he's got plenty of leg. And it's good. They're shaking their heads, and that's probably the longest field goal kick I've seen in a while in 1A football. But he made it, and that makes it 21-10. Your BambergRedRaiders Red Raiders lead with 2.1 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Yeah, I believe his big brother kicked the ball a few. I believe all the Tools been kickers. All of them.
I'll tell you what, Nathaniel Toole has got one heck of a leg. I'll tell you what, he's got a jackhammer for a leg. That thing would have been good from about 58 yards out. Jeff, I mean, it went another 25 yards past the track. So, I mean, that thing was a boot. So it's kind of quieted down the Red Raider fans here. Even though we're leading 21-10, the fans not real excited right now, you say?
I believe that quiet Bamberg crowd.
They did. It quieted us down a little bit on that field goal. And you look at Coach Crosby, the body language. I mean, he's proud to be winning. Don't get me wrong, but I think he's a little upset with the lack of effort as far as excitement by the Red Raiders. And again, that comes after a bye week. And if you remember yesterday during the coaches show, Coach Corey Crosby kind of alluded to that. Said that that's the only thing that scared them coming off a bye week. Is the kids have gotten used to playing every week. They've gotten excited. Then you get a week off. Then you got to get back in the swing of things. He thought they would be excited because they hadn't played in a week. But he said sometimes you see the other to whereas they have to get back in the swing of things. And I think you'll see it here in the second half. And I think we're going to be set for a good second half for the Red Raiders in this game in general. All right, we're still waiting on the kickoff, folks. I think you'll see a long, deep boot. Let's get a run back, Red Raiders. Nope. It's going to be a little pooch, and it's going to go out of bounds, which could work to the Red Raiders' favor because that doesn't start the clock. Goes out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. Let's see what Bamberg elects to do here. I'm wondering if he's going to make him re-kick, and he probably will, but I'm not sure I would.
I think I'd take that one.
I think I would. Let's see. Nope. Illegal procedure when it goes out of bounds like that, so that's going to be backed up. And I tell you what, where he just kicked that ball, who is that? One of the Gagin brothers?
Yes.
He don't want to kick it right there.
That's Cal.
If he could kick it right there to Kyle and Kyle picks it up, it's going to be trouble, I'm telling you now. All right, let's see what he decides to do. They are going to re-kick, ball being placed at around the 35-yard line.
We've got the gauges on each
That's what I'm saying. You kick it out there to a Gagem, and one of those guys pick it up, you could be chasing them all the way down in the end zone, and that would be a great ending to this first half. But let's see what happens, folks. You got Blaze Bunch over here. Good hands, and you can tell he's got the hand teams on the front line here. All right, still.
Jack McDonald there.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. It's the hands teams. All right, there he goes. Kicks it up the middle, and it hits Jack in the foot, and the Warhorses are going to get it, but not before the clock expires. But they picked it up at about the 48-yard line as it went off McDonald's foot. And McDonald, I think, turned to go back. He thought it had passed him, and it just hit his foot, and the Warhorses get it. But needless to say, it doesn't matter because that's the end of the first half, folks. The score, your Bamberg Red Raiders 21, the Barnwell Warhorses 10. Now, let's look at that first half again there on the just at the Barnwell side and the Red Raider defense. You can say the Red Raiders, yes, they gave up the long touchdown pass. You can say, yes, they gave up a field goal. But the things they did good was Barnwell punted on the first 4 possessions in a row.
Right.
Then, as it got close to halftime, you saw them get that long touchdown pass. Then you saw them get the field goal just because time was expiring. So that's something Coach Crosby, I'm sure, is going to be talking to the guys at the half and saying, look, y'all did a great job, but as we got toward the halftime, we let the gas run out a little bit, I think is what he'll tell them. But again, folks, just joining us, 21-10, your Bamberg yards, and that thing was good as it could have been and had 10 more yards on it. So that could come down to be a factor late in the ball game, Anthony. Hopefully not, and I don't think it will. But when you got a kicker with a leg like that, that's pretty doggone impressive. You look at that. I mean, he is booting them folks from about 44 yards out, 43, 44 yards out, and he probably could hit them from 50-something. Red Raiders now coming back on the field. Score again, if you're just joining us, with 1:05 left here before the half's over, plus we'll get that 3 minutes in, so about 4 minutes before we get back to kickoff. Red Raiders lead 21-10. Halftime score, Andrew Jackson, if you're just joining us, leading, I think it's St. Paul down in Hardyville, South Carolina, 30-0 at the half. We got some more scores for you. Is that 30?
50.
Okay, I'll take that back. Andrew Jackson now leads John Paul 50-0 in the third quarter. Blackville Hill 0, Rich Spring Monetta 19. And I tell you what, everybody's talking about Rich Spring Monetta all over the state, how good of a team they have this year.
Right.
So that's pretty entertaining. Baptist Hill and HKT, they are in the battle, 0-0 at half. Willis Nelco and Demarcola in the first quarter, last score we got, it was 0-0. So kind of surprising on that Willis Nelco unable to score thus far.
That's the first quarter, so we don't have an update score.
On Demarcola, but that's still pretty impressive. So far in the game, I take that back. That's going to be number 4, Keyshawn Orr, leading the Red Raiders with 62 yards rushing here in the first half. So he has been probably the bright spot for the Red Raider offense. Anthony, what else is going on you've seen in the first half? Analysis from you, young man.
I think Barnwell they couldn't stop the run, so I believe they could let Bamberg go run, but Bamberg was stopping their run, but then they went to the passing game. So
exactly. The Bamberg Red Raiders are heard every Friday night on WBSC Radio, brought to you in part by Chris Jennings and the employees who serve you at Little Howie's Burgers and Chick. Also know too many as the Big Chick. Little Howie serves fried chicken, seafood, and burgers. You can eat in or carry out. That's Little Howie's Burgers and Chick, 2234 Main Highway, which is Highway 301 North in Bamberg. How about your local newspaper, the Advertiser Herald? They're proud to be bringing you, in part, all of the exciting action of tonight's Red Raider football game here on WBSC Radio. The Advertiser Herald is Bamberg County's best friend. Every issue has all of your hometown news, sports, and features. The Advertiser Herald newspaper, with offices located at 369 McGee Street in Bamberg. They did Jack. Play-by-play of tonight's game is also being brought to you in part by Tony Bledsoe and all the folks at Fry's Drive-In Restaurant in Bamberg. Fry's is now open on Monday and Thursday nights from 5 to 7 from a pickup dinner. More information is available at 803-245-4540 from 11 to 2 and 803-707-3198 anytime. That's Fry's Drive-In Restaurant, a Bamberg tradition under the red roof, Highway 301 North in Bamberg. How about Rick Pinson and his staff at the Rick Pinson Insurance Agency are proud to be a part of tonight's exciting Red Raider football game on WBSC. The Pinson Agency can provide you with insurance for your auto, your home, and your life. The Pinson Agency is located at 332 Lacey Street in Bamberg, across the road from the Highway Department Licensed Sales Office in Bamberg. That's the Pinson Agency, Insurance Agency, 332 Lacey Street in Bamberg. Tell you what, folks, we do thank all of our sponsors for sponsoring Red Raider football. We're glad to be back here with you for Game 3. Red Raiders 2-0 on the season. Warhorses came into this game at 1-1. They won Game 1. I think that was Silver Bluff, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe that was, yeah,
Silver Bluff. And in Game 2, they lost 28-0 to Williston. Now, Williston, you could be thinking, well, how in the world is Bamberg winning 21-7 or 21-10 at this point against Barnwell? And Williston beat them 28-0. Now, recall, Williston got the kid from Allendale, who was at Shakur Chisholm, who was at Barnwell, if you recall. Went to Allendale, had a little bit of problems in Allendale, so he transferred to Williston, and they said that has made a difference. He had 168 yards last week on special teams. So that's big. That's a lot, and that is very big. All right, folks, get ready here for the second half. Red Raiders are on the field. Barnwell Warhorses on the field to kick off to the Red Raiders, and we are ready to get back to the action. Kicking off for the Warhorses is number 2.
Daniel Toole.
Daniel Toole, and that ball's going to go into the end zone. That's a touchback. Don't know what in the world we were doing right there. Dunbar came up, looked like he was going to catch it, or came all the way over, hit him in the hands at about the G right before you get in the end zone. Ball goes in the end zone, and the Red Raiders will start the second half, 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. I'll tell you what I did see, Anthony, thus far. We're coming out with a little more pep. If you saw how we came out from the half, it looked like we're fired up. Let's see if that carries on to the field here for the Red Raiders. All right, we got Blaze Bunch out at receiver. One side, you got, looks like Savalas Can up at the top, and Dunbar in the backfield along with Hunter Etheridge. And also on your right side, you got Garris Swarting. There's the snap. Give to Dunbar up the middle. And I tell you, he's not going much, if anywhere. Maybe a gain of 1 will give him. Brings up 2nd and 9. I've been impressed, Anthony, I don't know about you, with the play of the Barnwell Warhorses defensive front thus far. They have really controlled the line of scrimmage. I mean, the Red Raiders not able to really get out. At times they have been, when you got the 40-yard break and you got a couple others, but at times the Warhorses really have won the battle up front.
You're right, you're right.
So we got to get that changed, and I think you'll see it in just a moment, hopefully. All right, here we go. 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Red Raiders in the shotgun. Quarterback Etheridge. Dunbar gets it again up the middle. He's got room this time. He's going to gain 2, 3, 4. Let's give him what? About 5 on the carry. Brings up 3rd and a long 3 for the Red Raiders. That time now you saw it. You saw the Red Raider offensive line get out, get their hands on the Barnwell Warhorses up front, and really move them. Now, if you're not here tonight and you get a chance to look at us on YouTube, we'll talk about that in a moment. Red Raiders back ready to go again. Looks like Barnwell sending a blitz, and they do. This time it's going to be Etheridge keeper. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 40, still on his feet. 30, 20, 15, finally brought down at about the 11-yard line. And what a run by quarterback Hunter Etheridge. Now, I tell you what, that's what we needed.
That's what we needed. That's exactly what the doctor ordered.
And I tell you, I'm trying not to beat you to death up here, Anthony. I get excited, don't I? I tell you, I'm beating on his arm and hugging him. And I tell you, we get excited up here when the Red Raiders do great. All right, I tell you, they are back at the line of scrimmage, ready to go again. And I love this fast-paced offense this year. Etheridge at quarterback still. In the backfield with him is going to be number 2, Jamari Dunbar. Takes the snap, gives to Dunbar up the middle. He's got 1, 2, still on his feet, 10. Gets it all the way down. They're probably going to get him at around the 5-yard line. Pickup of about 7 on the play. Great job there by Jamari Dunbar. Now, we got a flag or what? Yes, we do. Holding against the Red Raiders. That ball's coming back. Never saw the flag on the ground. I saw the official there blowing the whistle. And I still hadn't seen the flag.
Oh, I see it now.
Okay, it was in the middle there. That's why we didn't see it. It was thrown by the back judge there.
I think one of the ball players had a flag.
Yep. Holding against the Red Raiders. Now to back us up 5 and then to place us back at about the 13, call it the 13.5-yard line.
I'll be Jabari going to the end zone again.
Yep, still first down. First and now we'll call it 13, Red Raiders. Etheridge shotgun. This time we got Keyshawn Orr in the backfield. Orr's having a big night, and we're going to get a flag again, and I think that time it's going to be encroachment against the Warhorses. Let's see what the call is, folks. Dead ball, encroachment on the defense. So back it up 5 the other way.
We'll take it.
Tell you, Barnwell has had a problem all night long jumping off sides. That's probably the 7th time thus far in the contest, and we're just starting the second half. Well, your Red Raiders lead 21-10. Big drive here with 10-10 remaining. Down inside the 10 at the 8. There's a snap, low, picked up by Etheridge. Etheridge set to throw, throws, does, almost had a completion there to number 6. That would have been Kyle Gageham. Just a little bit out of his outstretched hands. Brings up second, and we'll call it a 7 for the Red Raiders. Ball placed at around the 9-yard line. How about the 8?
Hold down territory for the Raiders.
No doubt. I mean, you could see a kick. Etheridge, does boot the extra points through good, but I don't know if we try a field goal. We hadn't tried one all year. Could be tonight. But in the backfield is going to be Keyshawn Orr, number 4, along with Etheridge in the shotgun. He takes a snap. Ball given to Orr, straight up the middle. He's got room. He's going to go. There he is. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Number 4, Keyshawn Orr. That's his second touchdown of the night. And that's what the doctor ordered for the Red Raiders and a way to start this second half. Great job. Pretty excited there. How about you, Anthony?
That's right. That's good old Red Raider football.
Anthony's trying to steal my pen there, but I'm going to hold it from you there, Anthony. 2 TDs.
You got 3 or 4 more.
Or you got some more? Now, this is a gold edition, a silver edition, so I don't know if you can have that one. All right.
Gold edition.
You got the gold edition? Well, I ain't big time like you. All right, having fun up here, folks. That's what I wanted to see. The Red Raiders come out on fire, ready to go, and that's what they did. Getting ready for the extra point. Etheridge, the ball is down, placed, kick is up, and it is, hits the right upright. No good. So, 9:54, your BambergRedRaiders Red Raiders 27, the visitors from Barnwell 10. And that's how we want to start a second half. Let's check out one of our sponsors here, Anthony. An old name with a lot of heritage has become new again. The new Hires Drugstore is now open at 12253 Heritage Highway across the road from the Bilo Shopping Center, offering a complete line of sundries as well as prescription drugs. Eddie Sanders, owner and operator, even offers free local delivery for folks who no longer can drive. That's Hires Drugstore, located on 12253 Heritage Highway in Bamberg.
WBSC-LP, Bamberg.
That's for you, Mr. Bob. That's 2 in a row. We made sure we got our call letters out at the top of the hour. Red Raider football sponsored by Richard Ness, Norman Jett, Allison Hood, and Adam Ness at the law firm of Ness & Jett, located at 2878 Main Highway in Bamberg. They're always big, long-time supporters of your BambergRedRaiders Red Raiders athletics. That's the Ness & Jett law firm in Bamberg. All right, Hunter Etheridge set to kick off this time. We're trying something new. Let's see what happens. Ball placed at the 40. Red Raiders going from right to left. Barnwell going from left to right. There's the kick, and what a kick. It's going to be fielded around the 12-yard line. Picks it up. Got room. Gets to outside. And he's going nowhere. Great job. That's brought down by a host of Raiders. Did we see any of them there?
Number 24. Number 9.
24 is going to be Josh Singleton.
Number 28 and number 33.
9's Cole Gageham. You said 28?
Yeah, 28.
DeAndre Ori, and number 33, that was Desmond Porter in on the tackle. So great job there by the Red Raiders. And I tell you, the excitement, I saw it coming out of the half, and it's carrying on here into the second half with 9:49 remaining. If you're just joining us here in the second half, your Red Raiders 27, Barnwell 10. PAT was missed. That's why we got 27 points here instead of 28. All right. Barnwell coming out for their first drive here in the second half. Quarterback shotgun formation. To the right, to the left. Goes in motion. He's going to get it. That's going to be number 9, Brandon Harvey. Harvey goes to the left side. Brought down after a gain of maybe 3-4 yards. Brings up 2nd and 6 for the Horses.
Making the start that time was number 3, Nick Hughes, along with number 7.
And I want to say great job by the young cheerleaders tonight. I was talking about at the top of the broadcast, the BambergRedRaiders Red Raider cheerleaders put on a cheerleading camp every year. And the little girls got to do a performance at halftime and go out there with the big girls, and it was a big thrill for them. My little girl, Lainey, was out there, and she was just waving at Daddy, so proud of you. All right. Got trips to the right this time. Back trips to the right. Make that 4 receivers on the right side. Quarterback drops back, rolls to his right. Looks, has a man again. It's number 10, and he drops it. That is number 10, Keyshawn Jenkins, and he has been money and Johnny on the spot as far as catching the ball. That time, I think he heard little teeny tiny footsteps coming from Jack McDonald and Keyshawn Orr, and he said, I'm good. He dropped it. He said, I'm good. No, I'm good. Y'all boys stay right over there because I am good.
Along with Darius Wheeler.
Yep. So I think he said, I am good this time, folks. So he drops it, brings up 3rd and about 7, or 6 rather, for the Warhorses.
I think Bamberg needs a turnover on this drive.
I would love it. I tell you, that would get the thing kick-started and go ahead and keep scoring. And
I just feel it. I feel it.
Let's go. Well, hopefully you're right there, Anthony. 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6 rather, for the Horses. And we have got what's probably going to be a timeout for Barnwell, and it is Coach Garrett. I tell you what, he stormed on the field. I don't think he's happy at all with not being able to get that play off. But anyway, needless to say, it's a timeout. And we'll check out another one of our sponsors. We want to give a big shout out to Miss Nancy Foster and her staff at Foster & Company, located at 3127. All right, we've got a final. We'll get it in a minute. 3127 Main Highway in the heart of historic Bamberg. They offer real estate services in the area of home sales, rental properties, property management throughout Bamberg County. We're sure Miss Nancy is in the stands tonight, and I see her sitting down there, and she's cheering for our Red Raiders and her grandson, Blaze Bunch. WBSC salutes Miss Nancy Foster at Foster & Company for being a proud sponsor of BambergRedRaiders Athletics. All right, got a final for you folks. They must have run the clock, a continuous clock in the second half. Andrew Jackson Academy, final 58-0 over John Paul down in Hardyville. That moves Andrew Jackson to 4-0 on the season. And Bamberg, we WBSC salutes you guys. Great job. Let's move our Red Raiders to 3-0 now. All right, here we go. 3rd and 6. Trips to the right, quarterback. I tell you what, that's unbelievable. After a timeout, he takes it straight up the middle.
That was a busted play.
On a draw, I don't see how it could have been busted. It went straight to him. He takes it, runs up the middle, and gets smoked, and loses about 4 on the play. Brings up 4th and 10 for Barnwell. And this will bring up their first possession of this half will be a punt, and that's the 5th punt for Barnwell in this contest. They punted 4 times in the first half, and they punted on their first possession here in the second. Of course, do your math. 4 + 1 = 5. All right, here's the kick. High, spiraling kick. Goes to Dunbar at the 40 for the Red Raiders. He comes back all the way across the field. Got some people to block. And I'll tell you what, there's the wall. And he's at the 50, 40, 30. And what a lock. 20, 15, 10, 5. And for the 3rd game in the row, Jamari Dunbar touchdown. Just like I told you last time we were on the air. Call your grandma, tell her to fix some biscuits, because Dunbar's in the end zone again on special teams. Unbelievable, but we've got a flag. Hold your horses.
It's coming back.
I tell you what, I don't think they've ever seen a hit that hard. These officials must have, because it was clean, and I want to see this on film. Every single week, Bamberg-Earhart runs one back. I'll be dog-nabbit if we don't get a flag. And if I sound frustrated, I am.
That was a big hit on number 75.
And that's what it was. And, I mean, it was clean, and I want to see it on video. And, folks, if you want to, don't forget, you can go to YouTube. That's www.youtube.com. Type in WBSC Radio, and I'll probably come up. You'll see my picture first. Click on that. Then click on where it says WBSC Radio, and you can watch every single Bamberg-Earhart Red Raider game. This season we'll have this one up on Sunday. Red Raiders set to take over at the 35-yard line. Takes a snap. Pitches to the outside, and he's going to take it this time. 30, 25, 20, 10. Oh, take that back. 15. Steps out at about the 16-yard line. He got down to the 10, but they're saying he stepped down around the, they're going to say 17 now as he backs up a little bit. First down.
Keyshawn's slow getting up.
Yeah, Keyshawn is down holding his head. I'm not sure if it's a leg injury or a head injury or what it may be. Doesn't look like it's too bad, but we'll find out here in just a moment as the Coach Crosby's over there talking with him.
Yeah, he was out a couple weeks ago with a little sore ribs, but I hope it's not so again.
Yeah, I hope that's not the case. All right, we got a timeout on the field.
Oh, he's all right.
With 8:04 remaining here in the third quarter. Your Bamberg-Earhart Red Raiders 27, the Barnwell Warhorses 10. Red Raiders down now at about the 17-yard line, 1st and 10. All right, they let them come to the sidelines for a moment for a little water during that injury timeout. But pretty exciting right here to start this second half. Bamberg doing what they've done all year. Kind of dragging in the first half, coming out in the second half and pouring on the coal. So hopefully it can continue as we move forward. Tonight's sponsors, Vaughn Electronics, Chandler Law Firm, Little Howie's Big Chick, Advertiser Herald Newspaper, Fry's Drive-In Restaurant. Fry's Drive-In Restaurant, also the home of the Coach's Corner. Each and every Thursday, starting at 1 for lunch, 1:30 we do the show. All right, Red Raiders set to go again. Same formation. New running back in the backfield. Can't see his number right now. Help me out here in a moment. And guess what, folks? You guessed it. Barnwell jumps offside again.
That's number 18, James Ginyard.
James Ginyard now running for the Red Raiders. Again, look at this, Anthony. That is a guard for the defense. Right guard. Okay? He is approximately 1.5 feet from the football. He's jumped off sides for about 6 times tonight. And each time, he never sees the football move. Amazing, right? Absolutely amazing.
He might left his glasses home.
Maybe so. 1st and 5. Red Raiders takes a snap. Ginyard gets a chance, and I tell you what, he is a bull. Look at him going. There he goes inside the 10. Finally brought down at around the 9-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and about 3 for the Red Raiders at the 9. Need to make it to about the 8.5 for a first down. Or take that 7. About the 7.5 for a first down. All right, here we go again. Blaze Bunch at the bottom. Garrett Swarting at the right, and number 7 up at the top. That is Ja'Shawn Wilson.
Ja'Shawn Wilson.
There's the give again. The Ginyard. He goes up the middle. And that should be a flag. Barnwell came out with the ball. Number 44. They called him down. He snatched the ball out. As he's going, since they called him down, the Barnwell player did not like the call, and he spikes the ball right in front of the official. And guess what we didn't get?
A hanky.
A hanky-tanky. But no, we didn't get a flag. But if Bamberg would have done that, I can promise you we'd be marching backwards right now. And I know I sound like a homer, and guess what? I may be, but still. Seems like we get all the calls against us sometimes.
But we go in the end zone this time.
All right, let's try it. 3rd and about 2 now, Red Raiders. Ball placed at around the 8.5-yard line. There's the time he's going to fake the give. Etheridge throws over the middle, and it's a little short maybe. Let's see. Yes, it is. Ball was intended for number 6.
Cal Gagem.
Cal Gagem, unable to keep control of it.
Gagem was wide open.
In Etheridge's defense, they did rush 2 linebackers that time, were right in his face, and he had to rush to throw a little bit, but nobody was covering Gagem, that's for sure.
All right, let's do a repeat on that.
You want to see it again, eh?
Yeah.
Well, we got to see something. 4th and 2. Red Raiders really need to punch in the end zone here and try to put this thing away early in the 3rd quarter. Dunbar in the backfield. Etheridge at quarterback. Takes a snap. Little option play out to Dunbar. Dunbar's got it. He's at the 5 as he trucks a fella at about the 4-yard line and steps out of bounds after he trucked him, but it's 1st and goal for your Bamberg Red Raiders at the 4-yard line. That first down was brought to you by Wilson and Luganville Law Firm.
That's a good run by Jabbar.
That was a heck of a run. I tell you what, he put his head down and ran the kid slam over, and that's what you want to see, that kind of effort each and every play. And he's an outstanding running back. Can't wait to see where he goes. All right, here we go. Etheridge takes the snap. Again to Dunbar up the middle, and guess what, folks? I believe that is 7 waiting on the sign, and we get it.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Bamberg Red Raiders. 33-10 now, folks, with that touchdown. 6:35 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. And again, does it all go back to conditioning, Anthony? Because we talked about it week 1, week 2, and it's hot out here again tonight. Red Raiders come out of half, still working hard, when the Warhorses come out the second half, and they're kind of sluggish.
That's right. That condition.
33. I'm sorry, go
As
ahead.
long as you get in the season, that condition helps.
All right, Hunter Etheridge set for the PAT. 33-10. Let's see if we can get this one in. Hunter, come on. You can do it, young man. There's the snap, the hold, the kick, and that's down the middle. 34-10. Your Bamberg Red Raiders with 6:35 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. And that's what I wanted to see from the get-go, Anthony. I wanted to see the Red Raiders come out and pound the ball, but I wanted to see the offensive line do what they do best, take control of a game. Of course, we do the zone blocking now. You don't really have assignments per se as we had back in the old days where, you run a counter or something, say you got the linebacker, you block down, you block up. It's more of a zone blocking scheme now, and we've been great at it. Ever since Coach Crosby and those guys instituted it maybe 5 years ago, 6 years ago when it got to be a fad in the NFL, and it still is today.
Right.
It's a lot easier on players. But early in the game today, I didn't see us being able to get out, get our arms extended on the Barnwell players and move them around. But here in the second half, you've been able to see it. And I tell you what, it's been an impressive sight to see 2 touchdowns back to back. And we still got 6:35 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. All right, Hunter Etheridge again set to kick off here in the second half. Red Raiders, first 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns. So keep the trend going. There's the kick.
Good kick, good kick.
Ball's going to go down at about the 10, make that the 8. It's going to be returnable. Gets to the 20, 25. He may go 30. 35, 40. One man to beat the quarterback. He cuts it back inside, breaks the 50. Finally brought down maybe at the 46-yard line. He may have stepped out before. Let's see where he spots him. And I do believe that's where he's at. He's at the 46-yard line of the Red Raiders. So special teams not being as sharp as we saw in the first 2 weeks, Anthony. But I think that that comes with being off a week maybe, you know?
Right.
All right.
Making the tackle there was number 7, Jay Sean Wilson.
And fans, if you listen to me and Anthony each and every week, I love the Red Raiders. Don't get me wrong. I'm a die-hard Red Raider fan. I eat, sleep, dream about them, everything else. But when you got to be positive, I mean, you gotta be honest. And tonight, special teams has not been as sharp as I saw the first few weeks.
I agree with you, Trent. I agree with you.
And Coach Crosby told me, he wants me to be honest. He said, don't be a fluff and buff type of announcer. He said, tell it like it is, and that's what I'm doing. But here we go. 1st and 10, Warhorses. Player just coming in late. Quarterback, it's going to be a keeper over to the right side. He's at the 45, 40. There's going to be a flag. That's coming back, I do believe, looked like number 8 for the Warhorses was holding on number 3, Nick Hughes. Let's see if that's what the call is.
I believe that's...
Still waiting, folks. This crew tonight has been pretty good, though, Anthony. Holding against the Warhorses. That ball's going to be moved back. Decent run there by the quarterback. They needed that. And then, again, a penalty shoots the Warhorses in the foot. And I'm not upset about it, but I'm just letting you know.
We'll take it.
We'll take it, exactly. All right. It is a very humid night out here tonight, folks. I can tell you, I'd hate to be out there with that helmet on running around, but they are doing it. And conditioning has paid off for the Raiders as they scored back-to-back touchdowns here in the third quarter. Warhorses punted on their first drive. Brings up about 1st and 20 now for Barnwell at their own 46-yard line. Fakes it. Quarterback goes to pass. Throws. Has a man open deep. That ball is, incomplete at about the 12-yard line. You couldn't ask for a better pass from the Barnwell quarterback. That's number 4, Pete Elmore. And in on trying to receive that ball, looks like it was number 19, I believe. Am I right?
Yeah,
or was that 29? 29. Cordarius Frazier. And I'll tell you, Frazier let a big opportunity slip between his hands because the coverage that time, he had gotten behind the secondary of the Red Raiders and had a chance for a big play. But again, right through his arms, incomplete. And again, 2nd down and 20. Red Raiders, offensively, kind of sluggish a little bit in the first half. Second half, they poured it on. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns. Let's keep the ball rolling. Defense has played well all night long. Passing game, secondary has been a little shaky at times. Warhorses finally break the huddle. Shotgun formation, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Man in motion, and they got a flag again.
Movement on the left side of the ball line.
I think that was the left guard jumped a little early, and it was against the Horses. So that's going to back them up another 5. Bring up 2nd and 25 now for the Warhorses. They have shot themselves in the foot, Anthony. I'd love to know the count, and we didn't keep up with it early, but Barnwell probably has, at this point, I would say you got 7 offsides on defense. You've got about 10. They probably got 16, 17 penalties thus far for well over 100.
We'll take it.
Yep. All right, Red Raiders now. Looking at 2nd and 25, trying to play defense here. Can drops back into defense, looking for a pick. Ball's up, and I tell you what, almost intercepted there by number 11, wasn't it?
11, Jack McDonald.
Jack McDonald, he had a chance to get a pick, and if he'd have picked it, wasn't nothing but green grass in front of him as he was about the 42-yard line of the Horses, and he would have took that to the house.
That would have been a pick 6 for McDonald.
Now, 3rd and forever for the Warhorses, 3rd and 25. Coach Crosby down there, Corey, boy, he's fired up, isn't he? He loves his defense.
That's right.
We talked about it yesterday, but the family atmosphere at Bamberg-Gerhardt is unbelievable. Not even only family, the atmosphere of the coaches. I'm talking about look in these stands, folks. It's unreal. What a family atmosphere each and every Friday night. All right, here's the snap. Looks to pass and does. Pick that time almost again by Jack McDonald. Jack came over. He knew that was coming that time. Hit him right where it shouldn't have, in the hands, and he dropped it. That's all right, Jack. We love you, buddy. Great job. Great defensive play.
You're getting extra, Jack.
Yep. That's 2 in a row Jack could have had to the house, boys. But I tell you, he has turned it on as a football player for the Red Raiders. Jack McDonald.
And he's a junior.
He's a junior. Only a 6-foot-tall, 225-pound man of steel is what I call him. Because he hits you, you know it. You know it. All right, 4th and 25. Another punt for the Warhorses. Number 6 on the night. 2nd here in the second half.
2. Back to punt.
There's the kick. Dunbar looks like he wants to feel it, but he lets it roll, and it takes a heck of a Barnwell bounce down to the 15-yard line and stops right on it. So Red Raiders will take over for the third time here in the third quarter. 1st and 10 from their own 15, 5:33 remaining. The score, just joining us, Bamberg-Red Raiders 34, Barnwell Warhorses 10. Halftime score now, if you remember, was the Red Raiders 21, Barnwell 10. That was the halftime score. So Red Raiders have scored on their first 2 opening possessions here in the third quarter, and Barnwell has punted twice here in the second quarter. The 6th time they've punted all night long. Red Raider defense has really been outstanding. All right, here we go.
You got a new quarterback.
New quarterback. It's going to be number 5, Kyle Gagem, isn't it?
Number 9.
Number 9, I can't see it. Cole, okay, I can't see from here. Cole Gagem in at quarterback. Glad to see that. Takes the snap. He's going to keep it, or actually give it up the middle, and I couldn't tell who that was. Probably Ginyard. We'll see here in a moment.
Yeah, let me see who that was.
Might have been Dunbar. No, that's 20. Apologize, folks. No, that actually was Dunbar, number 2.
That's number 2.
Number 2, Dunbar, Jamar Dunbar, picks up a yard, brings up 2nd and 9 for the Raiders. Shotgun formation, Gage him into quarterback. Takes the snap. Fakes the give up the middle. Over the left side. He takes it, he keeps it, and he's on his feet. And what a run. He gets that out to about the 36. Going to mark it at the 36-yard line. Brings up 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders. Now, that's something I love to see with him. His feet are unbelievable, Anthony.
He's a beast.
He is. I tell you, his arm is really good. Like you said, he got hurt again. Was that him, right, with the basketball?
No, that's his brother.
That's his brother, yeah. But his brother got hurt playing basketball again. I talked to Coach about that, and he said, Coach, I'm not coming out. I want to keep playing. He said, I'm telling you, I just have to go. And that shows great character from the Gagem brothers. All right. Quarterback shotgun formation. This time he does give to Dunbar. Dunbar's in trouble, and he gets slung down.
Oh,
and he's going to get a flag. I think it's going to be another horse collar, but he gets slung down at around the 30-yard line. Flags are thrown. Grabbed him by the back of his jersey or back of his shirt, and I think they're going to call that a horse collar by the Warhorses. We shall see again.
Well, we'll take that 15.
Tell you what, football has really gotten soft on some things. Horse collar back in the day, they would never called that, but now I guess, with injuries, concussions, things of that nature, you've got to protect the player, and it's a great thing to see because it's a game we love. Waiting on a call. Face mask is what they're going to call against the Red Raiders. Now, that's unbelievable. I don't know in the world that could have happened. That
offensive face mask.
Offensive face mask. A very unusual call, but that's what it is, folks. The ball's going to be placed down now at about the 27-yard line. Brings up 2nd and about 20 for the Red Raiders. I think that's 2nd. No, to go replay 1st down. 1st and 20 for the Red Raiders. Gagem still in at quarterback. Takes the snap. Fakes the give. Comes to your left. He's going to be met by a host of Warhorses about the 29-yard line, where he's brought down after a minimal gain, about 3 yards. Brings up 2nd and 17. I'd like to see Cole air one out. We hadn't seen that all year. Well, he's running the ball a lot, and I think the packages they have him with, he's more like right now as another running back for the Red Raiders.
Right, correct.
But he's got some strong legs, folks. If you ever get a chance to come out here and see him, if you're sitting home tonight, come watch these kids. They work hard each and every day, and we're proud that they represent our town. All right, here we go. Quarterback shotgun formation. Takes the snap. This time, a little confusion in the backfield. Gagem keeps it, but there's no confusion for him. 40, 50,
touchdown.
40, 30, and if they catch him, I'll give you $1. 20,
flag on the play.
10, 15, touchdown Red Raiders, and 2 flags on the play. And again, where?
I didn't see
where?
Red and white jersey. That's all I seen.
I'm telling you, nobody was with Gagem. And again, don't forget to go to www.youtube.com, type in WBSC Radio, and look at the play. Once again, folks, every time the Red Raiders score a big play, we get a call back, block in the back against the Red Raiders. And I tell you, each and every week, over and over and over. Come on, guys. Coach Crosby not thrilled. Look at him. And that's what aggravates me, Anthony. I'm telling you what, no team should be abused. And by that, I mean this. I don't like to see a team win 99-0, 88-8. But if you can't stop them, I hate to see an official try to sit there and change the outcome of a game because they're trying to hold a score down.
Right.
That's not fair to the kids that go out here and work hard each and every day and you as an official trying to keep the score down, that's not your job. Your job is to call penalties when you see them, not phantom penalties, and I can't wait to see that one on replay. All right, here we go. Red Raiders take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
I believe we'll see a repeat.
Yep, Gagem still in at quarterback.
No, that's Can.
Oh, Can's back in. Excuse me. So we got another quarterback. Can's going to keep it on the right side. He's following the big bulls, and he's going. And we got another flag. You got to be kidding me. He's in the end zone, folks, I do believe. Nope, he's going to get out about the 2, but it won't matter because we've got another flag.
Holding.
Hold against the Red Raiders, and the crowd is not happy. I hope you can hear him. Listen. The crowd seeing the same thing we're seeing over and over. Every time we score, we get a penalty. Unbelievable. 3:02 remaining. Red Raiders lead 34-10, but this is crazy. Got to give it to the coaching staff. Red Raiders not upset, calm, cool, and collected. But I tell you, can't wait to see this film. Can't wait to see it. Marking us back again this time at the 47-yard line. Let's try it again, guys.
All right, Red, let's do a repeat on this again.
See what we got in at quarterback this go round. Don't see one yet, do you?
I think it could be number...
Don't see one yet. Is he under center?
Dunbar.
That's Dunbar in at quarterback. Jamari Dunbar, normally a running back, is in at quarterback. So I want to know if Etheridge is hurt. We need to find out. All right, here's a Wildcat is what we're going to call it. Snap. Fakes to give. Again on the right side. This time Dunbar is going down, and he's going to lose about 6 on the play. 7, we'll call it. He's going to be brought down at around the 40-yard line. So I hope the officials are happy.
There go Etheridge. He's coming back in the game.
Hope the officials are happy. Barnwell hadn't been able to stop us this half, but the officials have stopped us 1, 2, 3 times now, maybe 4.
So we got 11 players, and Barnwell got about 14, 15.
Again, folks, you get to see it. Go to www.youtube.com if you're not at the stadium, because it's worth looking at. And even if you're here, go and watch the replay, because it's always exciting to go home, relax, look at a ball game, and, see what's happening in slow-mo. You can stop a play, rewind the play, and it's pretty fun. So make sure you go to YouTube and look us up, WBSC Radio. Etheridge back in at quarterback. This time he takes a snap, looks to throw, throws it deep, has Swarting at the 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, BambergRedRaiders. Red Raiders. And now I don't see a flag, finally.
Finally.
We only had to score 4 times to get 6 points.
That's
Great
right.
job. Great job. 4 times to get 6 points. Unbelievable. Here we go, though. That put us 6 more. That is 10. That'll make 40. 40-10 with 1:58 remaining here in the third quarter. Your Red Raiders ahead of the Barnwell Warhorses.
It happened too fast. The referee couldn't put a flag out fast enough.
I tell you what, I think he's thrown it so much he stuffed it down too deep and couldn't reach it. Oh, fakes it. Throws inside. That's going nowhere. They tried to go for the 2-point conversion. If you've been to a Bamberg-Gerhardt game, you know we do the egg formation. They all line up on one side. Quarterback's there along with the center. That time they tried to throw a quick out, and he caught it, but unable to get in the end zone. So not a problem. 1:58 remaining. Your Bamberg-Gerhardt Red Raiders lead by a score of 40-10 with 1:58 here in the third. And I'm excited. How about you, Ant?
Very excited. Very excited for the Red Raiders.
How about this? How about if you need some legal assistance? The Wilson and Luganville Law Firm can help with personal injury cases, workers' compensation cases, probate matters, and much more. Their slogan is, "We fight for your rights." That's Wilson and Luganville, LLC, 3056 Railroad Avenue in Bamberg and 29 Allen Street in Barnwell. Wilson and Luganville. Tagadoo's hometown slogan is, "A store that offers unique gifts for unique people." Tagadoo's has a variety of game day clothing and accessories for men and women. Embroidery is offered for your apparel regardless of where purchased. Tagadoo's is located at 2165 Main Highway in Bamberg, Highway 301 North. The telephone number is 245-7155. All right, set for the kickoff again. Kickoff at the 40. That was by Etheridge. It's going to be fielded around the 10-yard line. Brings it back up the middle. Still on his feet. Around the 25, 28-yard line. Finally brought down by the Red Raiders. That time, special teams looked pretty doggone good.
Very good. Number 25, number 50. and number 17.
Howard Coolin not up here calling the game. He was. I don't know where he went.
I'd like to give a special shout out to two of the Red Raiders that was in an auto accident a few weeks ago. Shane Hanks and Mr. Kevin Riders on the sideline tonight.
Yes, it's so great to see those guys back out here. As you well know, Shane Hanks still undergoing a lot of treatment. He had his foot scraped last week. I talked to his dad, and he hopes to be back by baseball. There's the give up the middle by the Horses, and he's going to be brought down quick. A loss of about 1 on the play. Make that, I'm going to call it 2 on the play. And he was brought down there by
number 4 and number 17.
And that, of course, is going to be number
4 is Keyshawn Orr, and number 17, Dejon Bamberg.
Dejon Bamberg. Great job, Red Raider defense. And I tell you what, we're back in our element, folks. We're scoring touchdowns, scoring points. The crowd is back electric. The players are back pumped up. And this is the way I like to see Red Raider football.
That's right.
What started off sluggish has, in this second half, looked like what we want to start seeing in the first half and the second half. All right, Red Raiders again on defense. Barnwell Warhorses, same formation. Shotgun, takes a snap, looks to throw, has a man wide open on the sideline, and it's complete. He's going to be up around the 35-yard line. That'll bring up third and 5 for the Warhorses with 49 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Just joining us, your Red Raiders have poured it on the second half, leading Barnwell 40-10 as the third quarter comes to an end. Halftime score, again, if you just joined us, was 21-10. Red Raiders only up by 11. Now they're up by 30, and that's the way, again, I like to see it.
All right, we got some new players in here on defense. It's number 21, Gerald Madigal.
Yeah, we'll look again here in a moment. There's a snap by Barnwell. Rolls to his right this time. Throws. Receiver falls down. Intercepted by Dunbar. 50, 45, 40. Finally out of bounds. Looks like he's going to be brought out at around the 36-yard line. 36-yard line.
We got a player down the field.
First and 10 for the Raiders. And that is that. I tell you what, that was number 8 for Barnwell. Arkeem Jacobs, and he has played one heck of a game for them guys.
He played a great game.
He's cramping up. Yeah, he's cramping up. He went to make his turn to the right to try to go after that ball, and he slipped and fell. And really wasn't the quarterback's fault per se on that, as he threw it to the position he should have been at. But with him slipping and falling, Dunbar was there, and Dunbar gets an INT. So great job by Jamari Dunbar.
And the quarterback was under a lot of pressure.
He was. I tell you, the whole defense has played outstanding here in that game tonight, and especially here in the second half. Red Raiders again coming out this time. Savalas Can, it looks like, it's going to be the quarterback.
Along with James Ginyard, number 18.
Ginyard's going to get a chance. All right, Ginyard, turn it on, big man.
We got Luke Harper on the offensive line.
Yep, Luke Harper has a cousin here playing for the Warhorses tonight. That's Ryan Harper, number 22. He hadn't gotten in a whole bunch, but they are cousins, so I'm sure this means a lot to their family. There's a snap. Given it to Ginyard. Ginyard gets tripped. Didn't get tackled. He gets tripped after picking up maybe 3 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 7. And that'll do it for the third quarter, folks. Your Bamberg-Gerhardt Red Raiders 40. The visitors from Barnwell 10. Tonight's Red Raider football game is being brought to you by Keep Bamberg County Beautiful. Who wants to remind you every little bit hurts? Even seemingly insignificant items such as cigarette butts, gum wrappers, for instance. Let's join together in making sure Bamberg County is clean and beautiful for visitors who pass through who might be looking for the right spot for a new or existing industry or a new place to call home. Keep Bamberg County Beautiful is a litter-free program funded by a grant made to Bamberg County. I tell you what, guys, if you can hear me on the radio, if y'all can hear this, that is the BambergRedRaiders Band, and they do an exciting job each and every week, Anthony. Those guys really fire up the crowd, and under the leadership of Jordan Smith, I tell you, they have become a threat to win the championship in the marching band competition each and every year, and I'm really proud of you, Jordan. Great job you do there for us. Getting ready to go back to action, folks. Ball placed at around the 34-yard line. In at quarterback, it looks like it's still going to be number 5, Savalas Can, number 18, Ginyard in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. That's a new receiver in right there. That's number 8. We'll get him in just a moment. Gives to Ginyard up the middle, 35, 25, or 30, 25. Finally brought down at about the 22-yard line. That'll give us another Bamberg-Gerhardt Red Raider first down. That first down being brought to you by the Advertiser Herald. All right, 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders, ball at the 22-yard line. Hope you're enjoying tonight's broadcast here on WBSC 102.3. Handoff again to Gilliard up the middle. This time he's going to be brought down by the Horses. That's going to be number 4 in on the tackle for the Horses, Pete Elmore, along with number 86, Kevin Thomas. So, first time we called their names here in a while. That's number 28, Bryant, looks like, for the Red Raiders. But I'm not sure who that is because we got it listed as Keyshawn Ori, but it looks like Bryant. Is that Keyshawn? Or DeAndre Ori, I mean?
28.
That's him down at the bottom?
Yeah,
okay.
That's it.
Here we go. Red Raiders again. 2nd and about 8. Gibb again. No, fakes to Gibb. Throws it out to Swarting. 25, 20, 10. Finally brought out of bounds at around the 6-yard line. And sorry about that, folks. Not 25-10. It was 15-10. I'll tell you, this second half has got me pumped up. I may not even go to sleep tonight. Anybody wants to talk, call my cell phone, do what you want. Heck, come by and let's watch TV because I believe I'm going to be up for a while. I got so excited here in the second half. And that's what it's all about, folks. Loving your Red Raider football here on WBSC 102.3. All right, first down and goal for the Red Raiders from the 5-yard line. Gives it to Can gives it to Ginyard, and he's going nowhere again. 86, Kevin Thomas of the Warhorses, and number 63, or 59 rather, Earl Bostic in on the tackle. 2nd and goal, Red Raiders. Ball's going to be now spotted at around the 8-yard line.
This Blaze Bunch territory here.
I'd love to see a pass right now from Savalas. Savalas has a nice arm, and I'd like to see him use it here. Let's see if he does, or he's going to be a keeper. 1 and 2.
Going to Blaze Bunch.
Drops it, picks it up. Still on his feet, though, and he's going backwards. 20, 15. Oh, pounded on the left way outside over there. He's going to get knocked down, and people still falling. Let's see where they spot it finally. The snap was a little bit low, and Ken unable to get control of it. But when he finally picks it up, he went backwards and tried to gain it back, but unable to. 3rd and goal now is going to be spotted at about the 12, 13-yard line. Brings up 3rd and goal for the Red Raiders. Ken stays in. I tell you what, being very meticulous now about getting plays in, taking a lot of time, Anthony.
Clock management.
Yeah, I think, you know, you're up 30 points. No need to rush and be in a hurry here.
You got Hunter Etheridge as a receiver out there.
Yep, Etheridge is out. Oh, we're going to finally get to see that pass. I want to say, ooh, what a pass. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Folks, look at that on video. Wow. Number 1, you guessed it, Garris Swarting. That was a catch. You've been talking all night.
That's
the
right.
hands he has, Anthony, and that right there, it showed. And that was a pass by Savalas Can. My bad. Yeah, number 5, Savalas Can. He showed his arm off for me, and that was a beauty of a touchdown. And that gives the Raiders more points, 46-10. PAT coming up with 9:05 left here in the 4th quarter. An exciting football game for Red Raider fans. First half a little sluggish, going through the motion seemed like, but I tell you, since then, folks, they have turned on the afterburners. Still waiting on the PAT. Swarting after the touchdown's the holder. The kicker is Etheridge. The ball's down, the kick is up, and it is right down the middle, and it is good. So, now with 9:05 remaining, your Bamberg-Gerhardt Red Raiders 46. The visitors from Barnwell 10.
47.
Oh, that's right. Didn't add it when I looked. Thank you. 47-10. We'll get it right, folks. Home Federal Savings and Loan. Bo Griffin and all the folks at Home Federal Savings and Loan Association hopes that you are enjoying tonight's game. Home is where the heart is, and Home Federal is home to savings accounts, money market deposit accounts, certificates of deposits, home loans, home improvement loans, as well as car loans. That's Home Federal Savings and Loan Association, 2990 Main Highway in Bamberg, member FDIC, an equal opportunity lender. Looking through the crowd tonight, I see Miss Harriet Coker here at the ball game. Miss Betty Maxwell, the wife of legendary coach Leon Maxwell. The stadium's named after him. Great to see him out here tonight. A bunch of familiar faces all throughout the crowd. I see Trina Crosby over there along with her mother, Betty Crosby. I see the preacher from the Trinity United Methodist, Carol Cannon and her husband. There's the kick, finally brought in at the 10-yard line by Barnwell. He turns it on, and he's got room. He may be gone, folks. 40, 45, 50. Etheridge, last man to get by. 40, 30. And good job, Hunter Etheridge. Great job, actually. Brings him down at the 26-yard line. Again, that's concerning, Anthony. Very, very concerning.
Giving up a lot of yards.
A lot of yards on these special teams, and I think that you're going to see a lot of work on that. I'm looking at Gene Williams. Not sure he's the special teams coordinator, but he don't look happy, does he?
It's going to be some long practices.
It's going to be some long practices, and I think you'll see that from time to time. Every faction of the game can't go smoothly every game. You watch an NFL game where these guys are getting paid millions and millions of dollars, you're going to see breakdowns from time to time.
Always.
And tonight may be that time for the Red Raiders on special teams. Nothing to be overly concerned about. Quarterback takes a snap. Looks to throw. Intercepted. Jack got his interception.
He got one.
He still got it, and he's rumbling and bumbling, folks. 40. Hold that ball, Jack. Finally brought down at the 45-yard line. Jack McDonald talking about him all night long, almost getting an interception. Well, guess what? Almost no more. He got it finally. Great job, Jack. Proud of you, young man.
All night.
Him and Corey Crosby. Look, Corey smiling so big, boy, I can see it from up here. That's the defensive coordinator. He was telling us yesterday about young Jack McDonald, how he's got such a big heart for the game. Who is that now?
Number 51.
Okay.
On the field, along with number 51, Jordan Harley, the offense, and number 66,
okay, I see what you're saying. I hadn't looked at them get in line yet. And, of course, folks, if you don't know it, number 51, Jordan Harley, that's Anthony's. Well, ain't your baby, but he's your baby boy. And you love your babies. So I know you're proud. He's smiling up here, folks, if you could see him. He's proud as he could be, a proud papa. And I don't blame him. A lot of younger guys getting some opportunities, and guys that don't get opportunities every day getting a chance now to play. And I love that, folks. And it can only make your Red Raiders better. Blaze Bunch taking his time to get in. Come on, guys. All right, here we go. He gets in. I don't think he thought he was going in, but he got in now. Gauge him in still at quarter. Oh, no, is that?
That's Gauge.
That's Gauge number 9. Hard to tell from this angle. It looks like a 5, so you really can't tell if it's him or Silas Can. Come on, let's get a playoff, folks. There's the snap, and it's, 2 miles over his head. Ball's bouncing around at the 25. He finally picks it up, and he gets smoked at about the 22-yard line. Not his fault. I think the ball just went a little bit high. And is that a younger center there, Anthony?
I believe so.
Yeah, that's just one of your younger guys, and that's going to happen. I mean, they don't see a lot of reps. You see a few in practice probably when they're working with the second teams, and I don't know who it was or care, but I'm saying that happens. No need for concern.
That's all right. No harm done.
I think we got about 2nd and 52 miles, but other than that, we're all right.
It'll be all right.
No, it's not that far. Come on, Red Raiders. Let's do this thing, guys. Close it out. Young guys, get your time and shine here. Actually brings up 2nd and 5, 10, 15, 20, so that's 2nd and 30 for the Red Raiders. Taking a long time to get to play. There, finally gets it. Hands off up the middle. That's Ginyard. Ginyard moves it back up to around the 32-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down and forever. Just joining us, 4th quarter. Game nearing the end, 6:15 remaining. Your Bamberg Red Raiders 47, Barnwell 10. First year for Barnwell under first-year head coach. Second time around, he'd already been at Barnwell once, and then he went to Williston, then he went to Red Bluff, and anyway, Dwayne Garrett. I tell you, he'll get these guys right in the next couple of years, Anthony.
Oh, yeah.
And they're coming back in our region next year to make the rivalry even bigger. We're going back to 2A, and they're going to be a region team. And James Ginyard try to carry it over the left side, not gaining much. Maybe picks up 3-4 on the carry. And the Red Raiders will punt the ball away back to the Horses with 5:34 and counting left here in the 4th quarter.
I see a lot of Barnwell fans are leaving.
Yeah, surely are. I see them easing toward the house. Probably don't want to beat this traffic and all. And at this point, with 5 minutes left, you about can count this as a Red Raider win, which will give us the 3rd of the year. Starting 3-0, 2 more non-region games before we get in the region, and it'd be nice if we could be 5-0 going into the region. And let's do some research on that, Anthony. Remind me tomorrow. Let's do some research, see how many years out of the last 10 we've started 5-0 going in the region. Guarantee it's probably been 9 out of 10.
Right.
All right, here we go. Back to punt. Blaze Bunch. Blaze, booming kick. Goes to the 30, lands about the 25-20. 15, rolling down, rolling to the 13. All right, First down and 10 for the Horses. They'll take over at the 13-yard line. Again, we talked about it early, Anthony. Red Raiders this year, one of the things that's concerning, and I asked Coach if he was concerned, I think it was after the Eddystowe game, was how we come out starting a little bit sluggish each and every game. He said, well, it could be the heat, could be the humidity. He wasn't sure. We'll ask him again this next Thursday. And, folks, if you want to join us, each and every Thursday at 1 o'clock, we meet at Fry's Drive-In. We eat lunch. Starting at 1:30, we come live on the air, WBSC 102.3. And we discuss the previous week's game, and we talk about the upcoming game, and we talk about much, much more. So try to join us if you get a chance to come out to Fry's Drive-In, Highway 301 North Bamberg. There's a snap for Barnwell, and he's going to be dropped immediately by number 17. That's Dejan Bamberg. Yep, you're right. Dejan Bamberg, Anthony, and that was a great job of him getting in that backfield, dropping him for about we're going to call it a 2-yard loss, 2nd and 12. But anyway, we meet out there. We go on the radio. So try to join us if you can. Don't forget, a lot of ways to rewatch the game. Go to www.youtube.com, type in WBSC Radio, and watch the game live on YouTube. I mean, not live, but a replay of the game on YouTube. And it should be up by tomorrow afternoon sometime, at the latest on Sunday. Those big files, Anthony, take a long time to get up on YouTube. And I think we got a timeout here, folks, waiting to see both teams walking or mulling around. I hadn't seen a timeout. There it goes. Timeout by the Red Raiders, looks like. So didn't see something they liked there. But anyway, those files we upload of the games take a while to get up on YouTube. That's why you can't go home and do it like in 2 minutes when you get home. Right. So it takes a day or so. And we'll get them up there tomorrow. So Saturday afternoon at the latest Sunday. So make sure you join us so you can watch the game and watch your Red Raiders. I'd like to thank Anthony Harley again tonight. Done a great job with me spotting. He always does. He gets these kids' name right off the bat for me, and I appreciate it each and every week. A list of our sponsors again, folks. Don't forget, keep Bamberg County beautiful. Tagadoo's Unique Gifts, Wilson and Luganville Law Firm, Eddie Sanders Hires Drug, Ness and Jet LLC. All right, here we go. Getting back to play here. 12-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 11. Handoff up the middle. Got room. He breaks it. 20. Finally brought down and around the 24. Looks like he's going to still, I don't know, though. Seems where they spot it.
Yeah, I think he got the first down.
This guy's on this side of the line. The top linesman's on the other side. Let's see. I think they're going to give it to him first down as they spotted at the 25-yard line. Bo Griffin, Home Federal Savings and Loans. We'd like to thank him. Nancy Foster from Foster & Company. Sweets Discount Tire and Complete Auto Repair. Southern Carolina Alliance. Vaughn Electronics. Chandler Law Firm. Little Howie's Big Chick. Advertiser Herald newspaper. All right, 1st and 10 for the Warhorses. Clock steady moving down. Takes a snap. Give up the middle. He might gain 2, we'll call it. Give him 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. Time left on the clock. 2:44 and counting. 4th quarter, your Bamberg Red Raiders 47. Barnwell 10.
Got somebody, a down Red Raider on the
Fry's Drive-In Restaurant. Pinson Insurance Agency. Bamberg Family Practice. And the Bamberg Board of Public Works and Rick Pinson Insurance Agency. All right. Yeah, we do have a Red Raider down. Looks like a cramp as he grabbed his leg as he went down. We'll find out for
number
definite.
17, Dejan Bamberg.
Number 17, that's Dejan. Probably a cramp. He has been running nonstop tonight, folks, all over this football field. Very proud of him and the rest of the Red Raiders for the effort that they put forward for these fans tonight.
Oh, he's getting up.
All right, guys, we got a couple, I think I got them here somewhere, Anthony. Defensive stats coming into it, season stats. Your leading receiver was Garris Warden with 4 catches for 54 yards, no touchdowns. Jamari Dunbar had 24 attempts for 183 yards and 1 touchdown. He's added to that tonight. Keyshawn Orr had 16 carries for 63 yards. He got over that season total this year of the whole year tonight. He had about 70-something yards. We'll find out going into Coach's Show Thursday. 2 touchdowns tonight. He had 1 on the year. And he'd only fumbled once. So, I mean, great job here by Keyshawn Orr. And we'll talk about him probably in a little bit more, Anthony, when the game gets over. All right, 2:30, 2:25, 2:26 and counting. Quarterback drops back to pass. Looks, can't find a receiver, but he's got all day. Finally throws it out of bounds, incomplete. 2:16. All right, I think we got a running clock, Anthony. I didn't know we did, but I was wondering how we were getting out of here so fast. But it's 47 to 10, so it's a running clock. Well, actually, it's not. Yes, there it goes. All right, it stopped. It started. It stopped. It started. Finally, let's keep it going. 2 minutes and counting. Your Red Raiders 47, Barnwell 10. Fourth quarter. Red Raiders going to improve to 3-0. Barnwell's going to drop to 1-2. And again, we got 2 more what I call preseason games, and that's what Coach Crosby called them prior to getting to the region. So if we can start 5-0, boy, that'd be a great start.
That'd be great.
That's it. And I'll tell you in a moment who those teams are. Quarterback drops back to throw the pass. He gets smashed. Throws it out of bounds again. Great job there. Who was that?
Number 50, Brother Macmillan.
Yep. Old Macmillan. That was number 20.
No, that was number 50.
Yeah, that was 20. That was number 50. That's going to be Krishan Brown.
Oh, Krishan.
Yeah, Krishan Brown. And then you look at the schedule coming up, folks. Next Friday night, we have Woodland away. We got to travel to Woodland down in Dorchester County. That's September the 18th. Game starts at 7:30. We'll be on the air at 7:15. Then the Red Raiders are home for a 3-game home stretch. Barnwell getting set to punt here, 4th and about 8 on the, we'll call it 7. Here it comes. There's the punt. It's a booming. Fair called it around the, we'll call it the 38-yard line where the Red Raiders will start with 44 seconds. Clock still going, so we may get a playoff. We may not have to. But next week, folks, we're going to be with you from Woodland down in Dorchester County. Then we come home for Blackville, and guess what that is? Homecoming. Homecoming, and I tell you what, I know we got a lot of listeners, a lot of alumni listening from Atlanta all the way down to Miami, Florida. And we got Brian Brown, remember old Bulldog?
Yeah.
Bulldog's listening to us down in Miami, Florida. Bulldog, appreciate you listening, big dog. And a bunch of guys from Atlanta. Christine Mingo, you remember Christina?
Yeah, Christina, yeah.
Yep, she's listening to us. She told me the other night she would listen. And a bunch of more of our friends. But come on home for homecoming, folks. That's September 25th against Blackville Hilda. And that's at 7:30 p.m., of course. And we hope to see a bunch of our friends out here watching the game with us. So if we can beat Woodland, we can beat Blackville Hilda. The Red Raiders take a knee, and that'll do it for tonight's game. But if we can beat Woodland and Blackville Hilda, we're going to start 5-0 in the preseason. Then I want to go 5-0 in the regular season. That's what we call the region, because we start off October the 2nd with Bethune-Bowman, October the 9th with Allendale Fairfax, October 16th, Estill, October 23rd at Branchville, and October the 30th back home against the Denmark-Ola Vikings. Used to be a big rival, not so much now. Vikings are down a little bit, but still, nonetheless, only a 7-mile difference, so should be exciting. The teams are at midfield shaking hands. The game went about as we thought, Anthony. At the start, I thought, again, we came out sluggish. I've said it, and I'm not trying to beat a horse, but I thought we came out pretty sluggish. Thought we could have done a little better offensively. We didn't get our hands out on the defense and push them around as much as I thought we would early on. But Barnwell's a big team. Barnwell's got some big guys up front.
I think it's the biggest team we faced this year.
I think it is. I think overall they had the biggest offensive lineman, biggest defensive lineman. Now the Red Raiders, of course, overtook them again in the second half. And I think, again, I'm going to beat this horse to death because I don't think that fans sitting at home or fans sitting in the stands understand how big a deal it is that we do the strength and conditioning that we do. Because it showed again tonight. You saw Barnwell come out not as fresh as they were in the first half, and the Red Raiders again overcame them, beat them down a little bit, as you could say, and ended up scoring in that second half. How many did we get, Anthony? Another 4 touchdowns?
Yeah.
4 touchdowns. Let's see. 21. Yeah, it was 21-14. So, I mean, here we go again, going on and on and on. So, Red Raiders improved to 3-0. Oh, yes, ma'am. Talking to Miss Betty Maxwell here. She's wanting us to put her little cushions back here in our booth with us. And here we go, folks. If you'll be quiet with us a moment, you might can hear the Red Raider alma mater. Red Raider alma mater. Each and every time after the game, it's always pretty impressive. So all the fans stop, raise their hands, and are proud of their Bamberg-Gerhardt Red Raiders. Parents meeting on the field, hugging their kids. Excited to be 3-0. We're excited to be 3-0. Our first year broadcasting Red Raider football here on WBSC 102.3. It's a exciting time. to be a Red Raider, because I think this is the year, Anthony. I think this is the year, and I'm going to say it in week 3. This is the year Bamberg Earhart finally gets over the hump, finally wins the state championship, and Coach Crosby's 8th year as a Red Raider head coach. I think this is the year that we finally do it.
Everything looked promising.
All right, so from Leon Maxwell Stadium, it's myself and Anthony Harley. We've enjoyed tonight's broadcast. We hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget, several ways, guys. Go to www.youtube.com, type in WBSC Radio, and you can watch a replay of tonight's game. It'll probably be up late Saturday afternoon, Sunday morning. So make sure you can rewatch the game. And don't forget to join us next Thursday, starting at 1 o'clock, for the Coaches Show with head coach Butch Crosby. 1:30, we come live and broadcast on the air from Fry's Drive-In, located at Highway 301 North, the old restaurant with the red metal roof.
Right.
And you can join us and be a part of the Coaches Show. Don't forget also on Facebook, send us a private message asking any questions you got of Coach Crosby. My mind's went boop. Coach Crosby, ask any questions you want to of him, and we'll ask them to him at Fry's Drive-In if you can't make it, and you can listen to that. Again, from Leon Maxwell Stadium, the Red Raiders, 3-0. Way to go, guys. And we hope to be back with you next Friday night as we travel to Woodland High School in Dorchester County. Any last words, Anthony?
No, good Red Raider football tonight.
All right, Mr. Bob, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for listening. Mr. Bob, we're going to send it back to you. Play us some great music the rest of the night.
You have been listening to Bamberg Earhart Red Raider football with Trent Kynett and Anthony Harley. Join WBSC Radio every Friday night at 102.3 FM or at WBSCRadio.org for the football game of the week.